actually, sorry, I might have jumped the gun here.
We're live.
We're live? Good. Captain, do you wish to state the log for the episode?
To be fair, the captain is not in a mental state to make the log.
Doctor, it falls to you. Would have thrown out the XO, but he's not here at the moment, so.
How far till we get to Alan?
There'll be an Alan log, don't worry.
Rock falls,
That episode will be
everyone
bad.
dies.
No.
I mean,
Chief
if
Medical Officer's Log, Stardate 53677.1. Once again, I find myself healing the senior staff of the South Folk. Apparently there was an altercation on the bridge, and from what I can see, unnecessary force was used. Word I'm going to have with the acting captain, Jaw. Till such time, I am busy healing those injured once again. End log.
Very good. Our first scene will start up with a lovely place where all the good things happen.
Main engineering?
No. A very full med bay. Chock full of injured and the nearly dying. Along with the bereaved captain. Selena, I believe you were going to the med bay. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
had
delivered
quite
you
needed.
delivered the admiral. And of course, there's the mysterious crewman who is totally a human, and he's totally a medical crewman. Don't worry about it.
It wasn't
Yeah.
thing to.
Don't worry about it.
So, are we starting with me actually getting the Admiral there?
Yep, you walk in with the admiral, and the room is full of people, and medical staff are milling around now. They've been
Wow.
freed by this point.
Medical emergency.
Over there, says one of the
that's-
staff.
Yes, he took an explosive device. He is a prisoner. He does have some sort of priority, I believe. Come on, move him this way, folk. Move him this way, boys. Come on.
Are these phaser burns?
Explosive.
Well, along his left side here, there's some black scorching.
Yes, he was quite point blank when a booby trap went off down deck.
All right, Lieutenant. We got it from here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. If you need me, I will be on the bridge. I'll take a good look, gander around.
Yeah, you see various injured officers of the Sappho, all with various. They'll all seem to have slight burn marks of, as if they all got phasered. The person who looks the most hurt and actually looks like black and burned is the captain of the Sappho, who's sitting in the central biobec because she's one of the most grievously injured. In the room, you can also see the doctor who's trying to get some handle on this mess that just got dumped back on her lap again. And the captain is probably more like here, like right next to the bed, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And over
I'm
here
gonna-
is just in the doctor's office back here is a crewman who's he's the only not like all the other medical personnel are busy running around. He's tapping away at a pad, almost half bored.
I don't question anything. I'm gonna walk over to the mental notes. I'm not questioning anything. I'm gonna walk over to the doctor and I'm going to say, Doctor,
Yes, Lieutenant.
I just brought in Admiral Trailblazer. He was caught by apparently his own booby trap. Or someone else. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but if he's dead, that's the difference between us keeping our careers and us losing.
Right. I'm gonna need you to do me a huge favor.
Try. As
Roll
my
20 just
computer,
kicked
for
me
some
out.
reason, has reflect. Yep. I'm here.
I need you to check with storage and see if there's any stasis units. We might need that.
On the dock.
Thank
Jones, Trevor. Let's check the cargo bay, see if we can find any storage. And with that, we will exult.
Give me a. Don't worry about it. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. It's fine.
I can roll for it. We need momentum.
It's okay. It's fine.
You sure?
I'm
I'd
sure.
like to get the momentum.
It's okay. They trust you. There's no conflict there. Poof. So, Doctor. Where'd my music
I
come?
want to know.
Yes. Well, possibly. So you have a lot of problems, and they're not exactly they're multiplying and so forth. So here is the general state of your oh, now the music works. Okay. Forget you, computer. Anyway, you have 2 problems ahead of you. Of the crew members, the red dots are the former command crew of the Sappho. The yellow one was one of Jaw's security men who is at the who's in the bridge when the firefight happened. Just to give you an idea of who's who in that group. Of course, in the center is the captain. And here's the problem. The good news is, I'll start from there. The good news is that all the combat marked ones, they're hurt. They've been hit by energy grenades, but they weren't set to kill or vaporize or anything. So they just have that intense stunning effect and being really close to one of these things going off. For each of them, to get them back to healthy order, they are all. It is a control medicine task, difficulty 2 for each, to bring them back around and away from danger. Now, the big scary in the room is the captain. She not only was subject to 2 grenades, one while she was standing and one while she was down, but as a complication due to her being hit, she flailed. And like the first time she fell uncontrolled, so she hit her head and then flailed around a little bit. She got hit again, so her body just kind of flailed and started smacking into like the chair and into the ground and stuff like that. So she's actually burned, and there are several other injuries in here that have, if anything, your medical staff is shocked she's alive. Like she should be by all rights dead. And somehow she's pulling through. They're not sure how, but she is. That said, she is critically injured. And thankfully, she didn't suffer brain death because the pilot, Lieutenant Wash, and hell, all these people were all treated, had emergency first aid administered almost immediately after going down. So no one went into like long-term cardiac arrest or deprived of breathing. They got immediate care.
Sorry, I'd like to clear up one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her
Mm-hmm.
and him were the only 2 hit with grenades. The rest were hit with phaser fire.
Oh, there's grenades
No.
thrown in the front as well.
Yeah, I hit 2 people at a time, and I threw 3. We threw 3 grenades, so there should be
I
5.
think you missed with 1.
No, I hit the captain and the attack officer. I hit the captain and
guy.
ops,
The engineer.
and I hit the 2 and I hit. Oh yeah, I hit captain, tac, captain, ops, captain, engineer, and flight and ops. So there should be 4 or 5 people that were hit. The captain being hit twice.
Yeah. Okay.
So from now, the captain's gonna need ideally, she should be at a star base in her surgery bay because she needs a lot of work. She has neural damage. She has severe head trauma. Various parts of her body have been overly strained and need replacement. The problem is you're way out here in semi-hostile territory, and she's kind of dying now. Well, not dying. She's stable, but you really there's two options you have with her. Either you can kind of keep her in that biobed and she can just stay there, and if you get to a starbase, like if you get to starbase as soon as possible, she might pull through. The other alternative is performing what would normally require a starbase surgery bay procedure in your med bay with your staff and your abilities. If you do that, I'll type this out type out some of the numbers so you don't have to memorize them. That makes life easy. It's no fair if I get to write it down and you don't get to read it. I should have put a graphic up. Oh well. Trailblazer is another set of problems. That man was fresh out of surgery a few days ago, and then he got hurt again. He's not doing great either. Not as bad. He didn't get two grenades, but you know, he's still bad.
No, just one huge booby trap explosion that he somehow knew about.
So,
did you forget what his species can do?
It's work 20, magnitude 5, difficulty 5. It's going to be reduced by 1 because you're doing it in med base. That's actually difficulty 4. Now, here's the catch on top of all that. Because of how delicate this procedure is, the amount of surgery she needs basically takes up, each 2 intervals, if you will, takes up a day of just at least one doctor focusing on just her and just constantly working on her so she doesn't have a new complication or pass out or something else degrade. So there's that. And you get 5 shots at this. After 5 shots, it's too dangerous to continue surgery on her because you risk causing more harm by working on her. After you can work on her basically up to 5 days. After that time, she needs a rest period before another surgery. So she needs at least a 1-day period of rest before you can go back and treat her some more. Now, one technique that one of your staff points out to you that's risky as heck, but it's risky in that it risks the donor, but at the same time, it's been done before in Starfleet history, so it's not completely out there. You can have one healthy person, I should say, willingly link their neural cortex in with hers. So basically, their neurons are managing her body for her, so that way you can work on her neural structure while someone else is helping you keep her alive. That person is basically incapacitated while you're doing this. They can't really move around or leave medbay while you're doing this, and they're basically with you the whole day. So they're basically done for the day. If they do that, that reduces the difficulty by 1 because you basically have a person as an advantage, a donor helping you. If you spend 2 momentum, you can half the interval. So instead of it taking a full day, it takes half a day. So that's the captain. Do you want to know about Trailblazer, or do you just want to work on the captain at the moment?
So I was actually thinking of giving you 3 threat for a stasis unit and put the captain into the stasis unit.
That sounds a lot more reasonable.
And essentially, the stasis unit would keep her stable until we could theoretically heal her or get her to a starbase. It's in the science book.
I'll take that threat, sure.
Okay.
So you can bottle her up for now.
Yeah, that was what I ordered Selena to do, was to find that.
Whoops, let's mark that differently. Say she's like this now. So you've stored her away.
Here, Doctor. I have your stasis pod right here.
Help me get Captain Trailblazer into the stasis unit, and
Captain Renard.
hopefully this works.
Captain Renard.
No, not Trailblazer. Yeah, Captain Renard. Sorry.
Okay.
Give me
Captain.
control medicine difficulty 2.
Can I assist? My
Sure.
medicine sucks, but my control's pretty good.
Sure, you can help. If the doctor will let you.
I was gonna say fitness security, and the captain can lift her into the pod, but
Well, getting her in the pod isn't the hard part. It's making sure the stasis
Yeah.
unit doesn't malfunction and kill her anyway.
that's fair.
Well, in that case, can I use engineering instead of medicine?
You can.
Thank you. I much prefer that.
We'll put this sort of marker on you.
Emergency medicine for a focus.
Yes, I'll give you that.
And take a threat.
How many threat again?
1 threat,
1 threat.
and I'm rerolling the
Yeah.
0.
I have secret messages. I have to look at those.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Take 2
downside of
threat to get rid of
rerolling.
the complication. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was. Is that GM's choice, or can you make that?
what happened? Oh,
I mean, technically it's GM's choice, so.
there we go. I accidentally muted that. Oh god, I wasn't looking. I have to calculate something. One moment. You did get the
succeeded.
difficulty, so it's not like you just killed her. So there's that. So good news, she's not dead. You didn't murder the captain. I'll say this: the stasis pod looks like it has been maintained in a while, since this is one of the ones that Victoria had. It should last long enough to get you to Starbase, but it might fail at some point. But now that but because you succeeded, you've seen the error, so you can at least tell the computer, "Hey, when this thing fails, can you tell me that it did, so someone can go down there and help?"
I
I
don't
could
plan
attempt
on
to
keeping her in there long
repair it.
anyway. It's just to buy time. That's
Yeah.
all it's for.
Okay, Doctor.
What was the question there?
I said I could attempt. I was talking to the doctor.
Oh,
I could attempt to repair it.
I'll give this to you for free. It's not so much. It's lacking. It's bad. Oh no, never mind. That's a valid thing you just said. Don't mind me.
It's her call.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Okay. I will get
Nurse
down
Fear?
on here.
She's gonna order Nurse Fear to help her get Trailblazer onto the other bed.
Okay. Captain, are you doing anything at this point?
Other than looking at you like if you kill her, I will hurt you? No, not particularly. I was about to walk out, and yeah, I was just gonna say, Doctor, let me know if anything changes with her. And I apologize for the mess here in sickbay, and we need to have a talk a little bit later. And she will leave sickbay and go to the bridge.
I will pull out my toolkit, which I always carry on me because I'm an engineer, first and foremost. And I will begin looking at the various components to see what needs to be changed.
I hate to be a stickler, Selena,
Yeah.
but normally an engineering kit is only free if you're the chief of engineering. Otherwise, you need either the personal effects talent or you need to spend 1 momentum to have gotten the kit. That said, you're not under a time crunch, so I'm going to waive the opportunity. But normally you're going to need to spend to have the kit, unless you have a talent that lets you have it automatically.
I would have thought Ops would have one automatically, but
I would too, but it's not in their. That's not one of their superpowers.
All right then. I am going to have one brought to me, since I don't have my own personal kit that I've always been carrying around. I'm going to look at all of the components that need to be replaced and see if see what they are first of all. Get a list.
On a quick scan, it appears that the majority of the problem is the power structure that's within the system. So the main battery and the wiring that would power various parts of the system are degraded due to lack of maintenance. So ideally, you would replace the whole thing. But given that you're trying to fix it so it at least works for now,
why would we replace the whole thing? We could repair the whole thing. It is not logical. That said, is there anything that's going to burn out within the next 5 days? I can roll for that.
That you can roll for, yes. Reasoning plus engineering, difficulty 2.
Reason plus engineering, difficulty is 2. So I'm going to give you 1 threat.
Very good.
And I just want to make sure I have maintenance specialist. I reduce a maintenance check by 1.
This would count for that, actually. This counts because you're basically doing what is effectively very late maintenance.
Okay, complication range is 1.
Yep.
I do not have a focus, so here we go.
That is 2 momentum by my count.
It was difficulty 2, so that should be 3 momentum.
1, 2...
No, it's
3, 4.
2.
Because I reduced it by 1.
Oh.
Right. So 3 momentum. So the first thing that you learn, will it go out in the next 5 days? You're going to get the most annoying answer in the world, probably. You don't have an exact number off the top of your head, but it won't fail like the next half hour. Probably won't fail the next 24 hours. But after 24 hours, or cycle, if you will, it gets fuzzier. But
what is it going to take to... What do I have to replace to get it to work for 5 days?
I'll take that as your operations free question, because you get that.
Sure. I mean, that's essentially what I was rolling for.
Yeah. Well, you got the answer of, will it last within 5 days? And the answer was, probably not. Now your question is, how do I get it to 5 days? It's like, oh, well, here's how you get it there. You can do one of 2 things. You can either burn 2 momentum and basically have someone replicate at least a new battery pack, so that way that will keep up for 5 days, even if the wiring's garbage. The battery at least is giving charge. Or you can roll control engineering difficulty 3 and just get this battery to work better. Basically, clean the battery and then put it back in. That way you don't have to use up replicator resources to make a battery.
Replacing the battery would be general maintenance, right? Would keeping this battery be considered general maintenance?
Either of these would be a maintenance thing, for sure. Either way.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do my best to work out the wiring to keep this operational between, let's say, a week and 2 weeks. And then I have one more thing after that. So I'm going to do, you said control engineering.
Control engineering difficulty 3.
The difficulty was 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn 1 lovely momentums.
Okay.
The general maintenance talent comes into play, so the difficulty is 2.
Right.
And just made it. I forget.
You can buy that away with the 2 momentum you have.
I can buy it away. I know. I also have to do that. Actually, I should do it twice because I don't think I did it for the last one.
That's true, yeah. Oh. That was 1 momentum and 1 threat.
I was just looking to see if I could roll it away.
2 momentum, 2 threat.
My luck is bad. Can I tell you?
Hey, you're getting momentum.
Repair team leader, I can spend momentum to fix repairs, but it's essentially the same thing. We'll pay the 2 to get the complication taken care of.
Very good. That
which
has
already been spent.
Yep. So yeah, you have your roughly a week or so, 5 days or so, by just cleaning the battery, cleaning the contacts. It's like, okay, this isn't great, but it shouldn't fry out in 5 days. After that, it gets fuzzier.
Now the stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that this can be plugged into the ship's power?
You can. The reason you don't do that is because if there's if the power system of the ship is compromised, the medical device might fry and then the thing might fail. That's why you make these things independent of other devices, just so the stasis pod won't shut down in the event of a power out or engine failure. But you totally could plug it to the ship.
In theory, could I put a breaker in to avoid that?
That'd be standard procedure, but then again, standard procedure, there's supposed to be like redundancies that keep consoles from blowing up in people's faces, and it still happens.
All right. I will stand up and I will look back at the doctor and say, it should last until we get to Starbase. If it doesn't, please feel free to give me a call. I can give it my best. My personal advice is that we tie this ship's power system. This is a power maintenance problem, and it is rapidly degrading. It has not been upkept like it should have. I can't blame the former crew because I don't know who was chief of operations. I can only imagine that medical stasis pods not on their priorities when they were booby-trapping their own ship. Any questions, Doctor?
No, thank you, Selena. I will take it from here.
Then I will be on my way to the bridge to see what I got to repair up there.
She's set aside. All right, Doctor. Do you want to hear more good news, or do you want me to move on to the bridge for you?
More good news. Can't get any worse than that.
Well, I mean, I have some.
Could. Yeah, you have a threat.
Yeah, it's true. So Trailblazer seems to have some debris, like shrapnel, into his right side of his face, and some plasma burns, the kind you'd get from an exploding console, and some of the bits of glass kind of bedding in his face. On his left side, there are some phaser burns along his midriff and his left leg. And it seems that he fell to the ground and kind of smacked his head against the ground. So,
oh yeah,
great.
I remember how that happened.
Now, thankfully, he's not. He has as you know, a unique biology that tends to repair itself a bit. So he's actually a lot better off than the one in the stasis chamber over there. His check is music. Why do you keep doing? Oh, it helps if I tell it the loop.
Yeah.
There you go.
The security officer shot him trying to defend Selena.
Well, operations. If it was security, he'd be dead.
That's fair. I trained my security officers well. They are crack shots.
Work 10, mag 3, difficulty 4. Reduce to 3 because you're in med bay. In his case, There is no limited tries. It takes time to work on them. Each interval in this case is each 2 intervals, I should say, is basically 6 hours. For 2 momentum, you can reduce it to 3. Each roll, I mean. And difficulty can be reduced by 1 if at least one character donates a significant amount of plasma. If they do this, that person will be at a negative, have increased difficulty 1 for all physical checks for the duration of the session. Basically, they'll donate a lot of plasma. But yeah, he's badly, and what complicates this, as I said before, as well, is that he was in surgery not that long ago, and now he got hurt all over again. So his old injuries are kind of coming back to haunt him, even though his system is trying to fix him. On the plus side, no resistance because you've worked with his nanites before, so you're not as thrown off by them anymore.
So, question: I have a specific individual that's in my office that could be a very good blood bank right now for the Admiral.
Oh, who would that be?
Oh, a certain crew member. Nurse Fur, can you ask the crewman that's in my office to come here?
No. He comes in.
Well.
Oh, he's not dead. Good for him.
Yeah, about that. I need you to donate some blood.
Like, so he's dead. You're sacrificing him to your gods, or?
No, to help stabilize him and heal him.
Uh-huh.
I think you would appreciate the irony of the situation.
He looks at you, and you get empathy of just sheer incredulity. Like, he doesn't really, like, what? How does that help? I mean, whatever you say, Doc, if you think your rituals will help. I've never seen a blood ritual from an alien before.
Nurse, could you take some blood from the crew member?
Oh, I thought it'd be you. Never mind. It's just stay still. It's fine. Actually, you're going to want to sit down. Okay.
Wait, what?
And she jabs him and starts collecting some. You can actually see that the blood seems to luminesce a little in golden light. Doctor?
It's fine. We'll talk later.
Okay. Here's sample 1. 2 more to go. That actually hurts, as he's getting jabbed in the arm. But yes, he willingly donates. He finds this amusing, if nothing else. Sorry, you were saying?
Technically, it wouldn't hurt. There's no needles.
Inverse hypospray.
Flora is purposely making it hurt. I don't know why.
She's so mad about getting She's so mad about getting phasered.
She's gone like medieval on him.
I thought I'd use one of my syringes. Stop that.
Or she could go old school to nuclear medicine and use some kind of a leech thing.
I was gonna say, bring out the leeches.
But yes, that has brought down the difficulty by 1. Unfortunately, I'm gonna spend 2 threat. Difficulty's gone down by 1, but the resistance has gone up by 2. They're similar enough species that the plasma works, but the Trailblazers nanites are actually trying to fight the plasma.
I'm going to centrifuge the plasma and remove the nanites.
Oh no, it's not Stefan's nanites that are doing it. It's Trailblazer.
Right, but
once you inject it into him,
nanites, Never mind. It's fine.
Yes.
She wants to de-nanite him.
Maybe you could put the admiral in a centrifuge. That might work.
No, I was going to centrifuge the blood, but it's okay. Yeah, so difficulty 3 or 4?
3 because you're in med bay. Resist 2.
Surgery for a focus.
Somehow that applies, yeah. Fleur does not like me. Every time I put her in this room, she flickers like crazy on my screen. I can't move her.
So I'm gonna spend my determination, precision and diligence are a doctor's primary tools,
Okay.
and I'm giving you one.
One threat.
Hold on.
Oh. 1.
3 threat. I'm spending
3
2
threat.
more.
Oh. I'll take 2 more. Boop.
And what did you say is it control medicine?
It'd be control medicine, yeah.
That's 6 successes.
So 3 momentum generated.
Spending the momentum to reroll those 2.
Okay.
Actually, spending 1 momentum to get rid of the resistance.
Okay.
That's 8 work.
8.
And that's two breakthroughs. Because I have surgery savant, which
Oh, okay.
when I get enough, yeah. So that's 2 breakthroughs. I'm gonna gamble and reroll 2, spending 1 momentum.
Okay.
That is.
That should be 4
It's
breakthroughs.
No, because I think you only get it once. It works similar to America.
Because you've met it and gone past by 1.
Yeah, no, I've gone past by 1, so it should be it. But
Yeah, I count 11 there, yeah?
So, yeah.
11, yep. So you filled the work track. And that gets you the 3rd breakthrough, and that's it, I believe.
Yeah, should.
That's... So in 6 hours' time, you should be able to save the Admiral again.
Can I give you... I can't give you... Can I spend a threat of momentum to half the interval? Essentially half the time.
Sure, I'll let you do that.
Next patient.
To the bridge. So this is... So we have... He's not here today. So we have... Where are you? Jal's coming aboard. Gierix is in engineering. Unless he came out to the bridge for whatever reason.
I probably need to restart the warp core, I'm guessing. So I'm probably still in engineering.
Okay. Quick update of the status of the ship. Helm controls were damaged last I remember because someone, I'm pinging them, blew them up. And ship is answering all stop.
So Jal is already there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, Lieutenant Commander, we have a rogue science officer on board. Unless you have objections, I'm going to hunt him. I see no reason at this time to use lethal force. but he does need to be found.
I agree. I want you to take 2 of my security officers with you and leave the Type 3 here.
Security to the bridge?
Yes.
I'm not sure why that precaution is necessary. If I wanted to kill him, I could do it with my bare hands with no issue. Removing the Type 3 only gives him a better chance of escaping when I attempt to use non-lethal methods. Seems quite inefficient.
We got Lieutenant Masterson holed up in the 10 aftward. He's unarmed, but we're kind of wary about approaching him. He's looks a little frazzled. We're not sure if we should stun him or if we should just call someone from medical to come down and talk him down.
If he's unarmed, then... if he's already cornered, then it seems I do not need the Type 3. I can apprehend him. There's nothing he could do to me in a short period of time that would be of any consequence.
Now.
Would you...
Men, stay at the door, keep an eye on him. Mr. Allen will be there shortly.
Hi, Captain.
And I will go to take care of the security officer problem. Leaving the
And
Type 3 just sitting randomly on a spot in the bridge.
That's fine. As he goes to leave, Joel will say, "Try to restrain yourself, Mr. Allen."
I will follow your example, Captain.
That's what I'm worried about.
Was that a burn? I think that was a burn.
No. That black mark right there is a burn.
Ugh.
Yeah, I kind of look down at Jolson's chair and go, "Yeah, sorry about that, Jolson. I'll have a yeoman come clean it up."
We kind of need a full maintenance troop to go through the ship top to bottom and stem to stern.
I hit the panel on my chair. Mr. Garrix, how long till we get our warp core back online?
Do I know the answer to that question?
Oops, wrong button. When you get pinged from the bridge, you actually got the warp core under control last episode at the tail end.
Oh, so
okay.
it's already going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought I was machine again.
Selena, I know how much you were looking forward to negotiating with our golden friends. However, I need you to find us a safer or quick way. Not even safe, just a quick way back to Narendra.
Did I just get on the bridge by accident? In the middle of this?
No, you were
I was headed
following.
there.
Yeah, you left shortly after I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Captain.
With the star charts I had the science crew work on several episodes ago, would that be of any assistance?
It would be... I'll let you roll something.
Okay.
One moment. I'll give you the numbers you will be rolling. Whoops, don't do that, computer. Do not do that. Thank you.
Hello, computer.
So, Monsieur Scientist, you can do one of two things, since you have nice fancy star charts. You can either do a reason plus con roll, difficulty 3, to plot your course there, or you can try to do reason science through the wonderful science of astrometrics and such, but that increases the difficulty to 4.
But what would be the difficulty with reason and cons? 2?
3.
3? not ideal in either. However, if I do reason science, I can do bold science, and I can get extra dice.
It's true. You can.
Well, screw it. I'm gonna do the reason science. And it's 1, and I'm gonna buy 2 extra dice. And it's with bold science.
So that's 3 threat for me. Oh, and the ship assists you. I believe. Yes, it assists you with computers, Con.
Which
Okay.
is usually Jamie, but I can pull that up.
Actually, you're doing science, so it's computer science. My bad.
And focus in astrophysics for getting a star chart.
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
All right.
And is
Yep.
there any way that Selena can assist in that?
I will say you could assist with reason con. Basically, double checking the math, the navigation and plot.
All right.
Y'all want momentum?
I can't for an assist.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm just saying. I just rolled like a 6.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it would have been 4,
sorry.
1. 3 momentum there by my count.
I had 2 screens covering the main screen.
No. Oh, I'll take an assist any day.
Yeah. As long as I don't roll a 0.
But yeah, you're able to chart a path to Narendra Station. Am I mistaken?
Yep.
Yes.
I am
It's the
mistaken.
closest star base, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any star bases that are?
I don't think so. No, I think that was
Not
the whole point.
Federation star base.
Yeah, I think
I-
that was the whole point of the Shackleton Expanse.
At standard cruising of warp 7, it would take the Victoria about 11 days to get there.
Yeah. No, I'm going to order alternating between emergency warp and max warp.
All right. Question: are there any scientific colonies between us and there that are Federation?
Ooh, actually, Selena, give me a insight plus. What would this be? Insight plus. I want to say security.
Because I was gonna say, I think our emergency warp is like what, warp 14. And
Warp
then-
14. Go away with you.
I'm kidding. No, it's like, I don't know what, 11 or something. It's something up there.
No,
It's
Emergency warp.
9.9 something.
9.999999999.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still thinking
Because
POS. I don't know why. It's my
Because
brain.
asymptotic scales are silly at the high end.
The only warp that any ship in the next generation was able to go above warp 10 was the Enterprise F, and that was warp 13.
Well.
Anyhow,
brain-
how about
Still,
science? Because I would think science would be the.
That's
I wanna
not.
argue-
There's something
because-
else. There's an arc issue that's occurring that we're suffering from right now. So it's not a science issue. It's something's wrong when you check in with the stations to go, oh, there should be a station around here. Let's do a quick check to make sure they're, still there or they weren't like blown up by aliens or something.
All right, fair enough.
I'm gonna say security or
fair enough.
con.
I'll take security.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Difficulty is 2, so I'm going to spend 1 momentum to get the extra dice to do untapped potential. I
Fair
have
enough.
literally sensors operations is the only thing I can argue.
Say again, sorry?
I said sensors operations would be the only thing that I could argue here.
I will give it to you if you increase your complication by 1.
You know what? Am I allowed to retcon the spend 1 momentum?
You haven't rolled dice, so sure.
Yes. All right. Let's do 3 threat.
Okay, yikes.
The second dice, I will take that increased difficulty. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. Untap potential. The whole point in doing that.
Hey, momentum. You gain 2 more momentum, 3 momentum total there. So you max out. And for the record, what I'm using for charts, but for everybody, is 205 of core, using the chart there just for my own sanity, because I've run into 3 different charts of how fast the ship moves at warp, and I'm just gonna go with the one in the book.
Yeah.
No, go for it. Especially since the asymptotic scale gets pretty ridiculous at high ends.
I'm gonna send you something here, Selena. Something's when you check in to go, oh, there's like off the top of your head, because you guys have been out here for a bit. You've even probably helped establish a science colony or 2 in your tour on the Sappho. So it's like, oh, I'll just check in with these guys, see how they're doing. Oh, that's weird. They're not saying anything. I mean, they might have moved. You know, there's no alarm or anything. It's fine. But processing. Give me a moment. I have to type it out to you.
Processing. Captain.
Okay.
I find it odd. I remember early on board in the Sappho, as the Sappho, we helped build a science colony on Altair 423, as I recall.
Wasn't that the jungle planet with the blue pants?
I believe so. Yes. Yes.
I don't know why, but that made me queasy when I was down there.
I didn't get the chance to go down there, but I remember some of the people talking about that. Of course, I was stuck in the torpedo bay.
She just shudders at the thought of that planet.
Yeah, the botanists were going crazy over it because as using a special chlorophyll to work off the base sequence of the sun.
Fascinating.
Which, you know, life is fascinating and all that, but it was literally like blue cabbages.
Did anyone write a scientific thesis on?
Oh, I'm pretty sure, or someone did.
I would be interested in reading in that.
Somebody got beeped.
Processing completed.
Oh, okay.
You have a free question. Your ops.
I am going to use it, but I'm first going to say, fascinating. I'm not receiving any communications from any Federation outpost or station. Not even Narenda. Is our communications array busted?
Communications is offline because we are in cold black.
Ah.
If the captain would like to reverse that order and go full spectrum.
GM?
I mean...
Is that the cause of the communications blackout?
No, you actually made a... you did a low level, like, not a communication, but a ping of, hey, who's out there? You were more doing like a navigation ping of, hey, are you out there? Please tell me so I don't run into you. And then nothing came back.
All right. Is it because of a defaulty ship's system?
For your free question, I'll answer that. There is nothing wrong with the Victoria is doing what's supposed to do. It's sending the signal like it's supposed to. It's nothing wrong on your end.
We seem to be experiencing some sort of spatial anomaly that is not allowing us to communicate with any colony or planet. Our only course of
Are you
action.
sure it's not a communications blackout on the Federation's end?
I am absolutely positive, Captain.
That'd be kind of awkward to have a communication blackout out across several stations in several sectors.
There's not even a ship that is responding at this particular moment.
Jolson, has none of your... And she's saying this as kindly as she can. Have none of your hosts ever gone through any type of war or anything? We've been out here for a little while. I mean...
Actually, this is the first one that's ever been in the military. My first host was more of a freelance.
Yeah,
Is that a diplomatic way to put it?
Sounds like my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, and she just kind of goes into this whole, like, tactical tirade that I don't know anything about as a player. And...
So, tactically, an order went out to go sensors dark?
Yes. Or possibly, is what she's saying, yeah.
I do not see where that is beneficial. We have a friend versus foe identification system. I
Those
would
can be
like to
spoofed.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. I would like to GM.
I would like to GM too.
Easy joke was easy.
Yeah, that was very easy. Catch me on Sunday. I would like to try to see if there are, from our records, did our records from the Sappho transfer over?
Yeah, you guys dumped your memory card during the evacuation.
Okay. I would like to see if there is a planet that is between us and Narendra that is not too far away, that we established one of these scientific colonies. I'd like to see if I could plot a course to that planet. And I'll look at the captain and say, our best option right now to save Captain Renard is to go to the closest known facility. Permission, Captain, to lay in a course for...
Selena, I'll give you a insight medicine test, difficulty 2.
Insight medicine?
Yes.
How does medicine apply?
Because you're finding a place that has the medical facilities required to help Captain Renard.
All right.
I'm trying to help you out.
Well, that's not helpful. Insight command would be so much better, or insight con is the same role.
Well, that's just downright friendly. I'm just being helpful.
All right. I am going to spend the 1 point of momentum because I can. Complication range 1.
Yeah.
No focus.
There you go. Got momentum out of it. Nothing bad happened.
And a pink 0.
You're actually able to go even further and think of not the necessarily the nearest planet, but the nearest one that has the medical facilities to help you. Because if you go to like a tiny campsite with a bunch of tents, they're no help to you.
All right. Did we get momentum out of that?
1.
1. Okay.
Actually, you guys were maxed out. I don't think momentum's been moving around. Oh no, it has been. Nope, I missed it. Okay.
So we have 1 floating.
No, you're at 4. I wasn't paying attention to the momentum marker.
Okay. So I tell the captain. The closest one with medical facilities is... Do I make a name here?
Oh, what was it called? Oh wait, that place is not a thing yet. Markov 5.
Mark off 5.
Well, if it has the stuff that will help the doctor, then set course for there.
Alright.
Fast as possible.
I wish Jamie was here I wish Wash was here to do this. I wonder what has happened. I'll go over to his station, type in.
Shouldn't we have a relief officer? A relief helmsman
Yeah.
that
but
can
we
fly?
We don't have
Yeah.
one made up.
I'm not even
Oh.
sure we have a helm console.
There's a helm console. There's always a helm console.
You go over and notice that the display is black.
From an explosion?
Yeah.
Is it working?
You tap at it, non-responsive.
I'll go over to my station. Is that one working? Since
Yeah,
I've
it's
been
working.
there the whole time. All right, I will pull up Con, and I'm assuming this is Control Con.
It is Control Con difficulty of 1 because you're doing it from a station that isn't normally used for this.
All
I
right,
think it's Control
spending
Con.
momentum.
I'm gonna double check that so I'm not lying to you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is though.
Yeah, unless he's trying to pull some maneuver, then that would be daring. But if he's just trying to go to warp, I think it's control.
All right.
Yeah, Control
Spending
Con.
1.
Assisted by ship's engines con.
Does somebody want to do Engines Con since I'm making the... It's 4 momentum at this point,
I got it.
of which we are going to be full at the end of this.
Ooh, thank you for the threat.
I aim to please.
Bam.
There you go. All right. So with the floating momentum, as I'm doing this, am I able to see any enemy ships on sensors, or would that be another roll?
I'll give it to you. There's the fighter's still out there en route to the rendezvous star. They're several light years away from you.
All
They
right,
haven't diverted course. They're still heading towards that star.
in front of us.
To
More
your port.
parallel.
No, I mean, are there any enemy ships in front of us?
Oh no.
All right. Punch it.
And you've broken your console. No.
Given the damage on this bridge, it would not surprise me if I punched it and it broke the console.
Yeah.
Hello,
as soon
Alan.
as we go to warp, Jaw goes to her ready room. And
Before the scene ends, can I follow Jaw into the ready room?
I was
Sure,
actually
we
going to do the same thing, but
So-
you go first.
Well, next scene, it's going to be the scene after the Allen confrontation. It's going to be the
Everyone
Ritter.
bombarding the captain again.
So scene change. So we'll lose 1 momentum there.
here
Alan,
she was trying to get away from everybody. Well, you know.
you come upon the security guards who have blockaded the rogue science officer, who is kind of hiding away in a corner.
I'll walk up. Can I see him already?
Yeah, you can see him.
He can see me.
He's not really looking at you. He's kind of he's kind of burying his face in his hands.
So I don't think he has a weapon.
Yeah, he's empty-handed, unless he has like a Type 1 hidden away in his uniform, or knife, a grenade perhaps,
Okay.
Borg cube.
I'm gonna walk up and as I walk past the security guards, is there anyone else in this area other than them?
They've sealed off this area for security reasons.
Then I'll approach the head security officer. The captain has sent me down here to deal with a hostage situation. She believes I have a the greatest capacity to resolve this peacefully.
I'll have to verify. One moment, please. Taps his chest. Security to Captain Joel.
This is Joel.
We have Alan down here. He's saying that you sent him down. Just verifying with you.
Yes, I did. Just make sure he shows a little restraint.
Aye, Captain, will do. He shakes his head at you like, what am I gonna do?
Would you like to secure the exterior of the door?
That'd be wise.
And I wait for the door to close behind them.
So you advance past their little defensive line.
Yeah, from what I'm thinking, it's me and him in the room alone now.
Yep.
Okay. I'll walk and kneel in front of him and stare at him for about a minute.
He points a little flashlight at you that blinks. He tried to send you a command, but it failed.
Can I, since the way we wrote it is that any command that came to me, I got to approve or deny. So can I
fair
see
enough.
what the command was?
Sure. Defend me.
And there's no feedback, so he wouldn't know if he succeeded or failed, from my understanding at least.
Yeah. He'd only know from your behavior.
So how should we get out of here?
He kind of relaxes when you say that. What? Well, my understanding is there's 3 guards out there with phasers, and my problem is he points to a nearby wall. There's a cover from the Jeffries tubes. I need you to pull that off because I can't. My access codes don't work. I need to manually just haul it off.
And where are we headed?
Where security can't find me. I'm still figuring that out. I'll need you have an idea of how this ship works. Do you know the best place to hide out?
I have already calculated how to get us off the ship. I'm inquiring where to go once we're off the ship.
Oh, that's a whole different problem, Alan. Let me think. You notice as he's saying that, he's bleeding from his nose.
I grab him very quickly and hit my comm badge and say, emergency transport to med bay.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll something here, see if I'm gonna mess with you or not. No, you're fine. Wait, what?
Yep.
Well, that scene's over with. We did not shoot him, Alan. Jeez.
We did
No,
shoot him at first.
I did tell him to show restraint. He is showing restraint, and he.
I mean, we're not-
which worries me.
We're not done yet. I haven't, there's a surprise coming from the doctor, so we'll just leave it at that. There's a big surprise coming for the doctor.
We'll do with the Reddit room first, and then we'll jump to the med bay. And the first one that went in was Selena, I think. Unless you both went in.
Nope, Selena can go first.
look
I'll stay on the
closer.
bridge.
Very good.
Nope.
I walk
first.
in. Captain, if I can bother you for acting captain, I don't know what to call you anymore. If I can bother you for
Captain is fine, or Lieutenant Commander is probably even better.
Lieutenant Commander, if I can bother you for a second, for your experience in security matters.
Sure,
During
what
the
is
recent...
it?
May I sit?
Yes, by all means. And she motions towards the chair in front of the desk.
I pull...
Not her chair. Yeah.
I pull out the chair. I turn it around. I sit down facing her. Put my arms up on the chair.
Oh well. She has seen
I
the
am not
Riker. She
a-
has met the Riker. Anyway,
I am not a security officer. It seems, Captain, our ship is booby-trapped. Admiral Trailblazer knew about one said booby-trap, and before I was able to come in contact, he took the full force of it. This is difficult for me to ask, but in the interest of security, can you have security run a full sweep of deck? I am willing to lend my expertise in explosives if they find any.
actually, that is a good idea. There's no telling what little traps the Admiral has set on the ship. I am glad that he's not a complete asshole and decided to show some kind of bravery.
I believe, Captain, he was on our side, opposed to what I'm vastly learning are two different sides of his. But thank you for hearing me on there. I will not burden you any further. I stand up and I begin to walk out, and I turn around and I'm curious.
Yes.
Was it your intention to keep Captain Reynolds alive in the mutiny?
Captain
and it went wrong?
Renard?
Sorry, Renard. Is it your intention to keep Captain Renard alive in the mutiny and it went wild? Or did somebody stop you?
Well, to be fair, by the time I had actually reached the fight, she had already been downed. So. But no, I do not want her dead. Far from it, actually.
I look at the captain with, like, closest thing I can come between a Ferengi looking for a deal and a Vulcan doing interesting. Fascinating. I turn and I walk out to the bridge.
To the brig. Got it.
And when the door closes before Jolson comes in, she just goes... and, yeah. Steadies herself for when Jolson comes in.
Oh, shoot. There you
There goes that temporal phasing again.
go.
You'll get used to it. Yes, Lieutenant. What can I do for you?
I'm just kind of wondering if we consider the political fallout out from arranging a diplomatic rendezvous and kind of abandoning it.
Yeah. Well,
from what I've seen, these people like their rules and like their laws, and
well then, if they respect their laws so much, they can respect that the commanding officer of the ship did not make that negotiation and deal. As I believe Lieutenant Garrix was the one that brokered that particular negotiation, and he is not in command of the ship. I am, and I made no such deal. And I have wounded aboard this ship that takes priority of any negotiation that we may have. My first goal is getting them the medical help they need.
And that does make sense. I just kind of feel dirty cutting running on them. Like I'm ducking out on a bad date.
Yeah. See, the thing about that is we've all had to do it in our lives. This is just one of those times.
Yeah, I tried doing it over multiple lifetimes.
Luckily, I won't have that problem. And she that's the one time in this entire thing she will actually crack a somewhat of a smile, because that was kind of funny. Okay, Jolson, do you think you can handle the bridge for an hour or two? I just need some time.
I was actually suggesting you head to your quarters and get some rest.
That's actually a good idea.
I can take a shift on the bridge.
Very well. Please, by all means. Yeah, I could use some sleep. She goes, Lieutenant, you're dismissed, and she will actually get up with him and go from her ready room to the turbo lift. Actually, yeah. Deck 2. That's where my quarters are. Yeah, she smiled once before.
So, Doctor, as you're working along, you're maybe like hour 2 or so working away at him, at most. And then in comes Ellen with a very scared and surprised science officer.
Mr.
And
Allen?
you would know who this
Well,
is.
yeah, I'll wait. Once you've got it set up, I'll. So as I beam in, I'll turn around and draw my phaser and point. I guess McNeil is busy, so I'll point it at Fleer and say, Nurse Fleer, I need you to treat this man. What you do next is going to determine how comfortable this is for everybody. And then I'll turn back down and look at him and say, You're bleeding, and I cannot defend you if you die. And I'll turn back around and watch her come to him if she does.
Fleur looks to you, and Doctor, and then looks down at the surgery that's in progress. Various other medical officers kind of all are in that almost okay Corral moment of like everyone's trying to remember where their type 1 phasers are at the moment.
As Fleer's looking for me, I'm gonna turn so that my back is completely facing the science officer on the ground, and I'm looking straight at Fleer, and I'm going to mouth as best as an android can mouth, trust me.
Give me presence command, difficulty 3, complication 2.
I'm gonna spend a determination on I can solve problems others cannot, because that is exactly, I'm trying to solve a problem that literally no one else can on the ship right now. He's not going to work with anyone else as much as he'd work with me, and that's a problem I'm trying to solve.
Very well.
And then, I'll buy a dice. And it was difficult, complication range 2?
Yep.
I'll just buy that complication back. So that should be 3. That should be 4, actually.
Oh, 4, yeah. So 1 momentum gain. Ah.
And you're getting rid of the complication.
Yes.
So we're down to 3.
Yep.
Sure, Alan.
As she starts to move, I'll walk her there with the phaser pointed at her and kneel down beside him. In case something happens, I need to know where to take you. I do not have
to a shuttle.
I do not have the information to get you anywhere past getting you the shuttle.
Go into deep space and wait for further instructions.
They've inhibited my ability to accept instructions. I'm doing this out of loyalty, not because I'm required to do it.
What?
I'm trying to accept your commands, but I'm having to manually accept them. I can't automatically accept them anymore.
Oh.
So I'm not sure that other commands can reach me anymore. I need pre-entered commands. If I take you to a console, you might be able to preempt them.
I just don't know. This wasn't supposed to.
We don't have time.
Star System Beta 6. That should still be in your memory bank.
Searching. That seems familiar.
McNeil, you can do a presence security roll, difficulty 1, merely because they already were kind of on alert for this room anyway. Alan, you can roll insight plus security as you're kind of searching through your databases. Or con, if that's any better.
No, that would be much worse. I'll buy a dice.
With what?
With a momentum.
Okay. It's
And
relevant.
I'll get rid of that complication.
Very good. And I'm sending you a message here shortly, Alan. Okay, computer, sure. There you go, Alan. Doctor, you feel like a vibration at your fingertips, like near the control you were touching. Basically, it's basically pinging you. You're being pinged by security to look at your screen because they know you've activated a silent alarm.
Okay.
And it says, do you want us to come in shooting or wait for them to leave medbay?
wait for them to leave medbay. As she's trying to do surgery and type on the security panel, or the console.
The mystery crewman stares with us at the science officer and just smiles at him. Oh, you're familiar.
Who's my contact in case someone happens upon me?
Agent Green.
Is there any other pertinent information I need to know to successfully save you?
That should be it, really. As Fleur's scanning the guy, he kind of said, she says, "Sir, I don't think you should really going anywhere. You have some very bad internal bleeding. I think there's a hemorrhage in your brain. If you don't get treatment right now, if we don't put you to a biomed right now, we can't really help you."
I'll give you I have two possibilities. I can't make the calculations. Could take too much time to. I can take you and get you to the shuttle and get you there. I don't know if you can survive. I can take her hostage, in which case I can't. I don't know if they'll chase us.
Oh, I will.
We can't leave. Who will?
The crewman who is currently donating plasma is standing next to the biobed.
Yeah, I ignore him. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't the security officer that said that. If they chase us, I don't think I can win in a shuttlecraft, and they can outrun us. The other solution is... The other two solutions are I can try to hold this position until you're healed, or you can encrypt and transfer all the data you need to me, and I will try to get it there. I don't see you making it there alive. Although I will try to get you there alive, I do not see that possibility.
Options? Well, one option is you could go on a biobed so I can heal you. I wasn't asking you.
I'm sure you're familiar with very tough encryptions. Let me secure a room with a console, and you can transcribe and encrypt everything you need, and I can deliver it.
Mr. Allen, I really don't like you taking my...
I'll stand up and
point the
phaser at her and say, "You're very likely to die unless you stop talking," and I'll turn around back to the crewman.
Doctor, are you giving off a sense of fear at all when he points the phaser at you, or no?
You know what? I will make a composure check.
Okay.
Spot control command.
Go ram empaths.
I don't know what the difficulty would be. It's up to you.
I would say 2. So the Alan's pointing a phaser at you, so that's a comforting feeling.
Sean, I would appreciate you don't point that at me. I am also trying to save someone's life here.
As I'm turning back to the security officer, I go, without killing her, I'm not going to be able to stop her from talking. I need you to make a decision. The longer you take to make a decision, the more likely it is.
He's already passed out.
He did?
Yep. Brain hemorrhages, man. They knock you out quick.
I'm getting brain death here, doctor.
I'll
Get him on the
I'll-
biobed quickly. Emergency.
Alan, help me. Get his legs.
I'll ignore her and say, "Damn it, Doctor! All you had to do was play along." And I'll walk over to a security panel and raise jaw. Alan to jaw.
Jaw here.
I got useful information out of him, but the doctor inhibited my ability to interrogate him. I fear I've gotten only a trickle of information.
He's not
All
dead
non-violent.
yet, Alan.
All non-violent. I assure you.
Well, if he's not dead yet, Doc, see what you can do. We need the information out of him some way or another.
I can interrogate him again once he regains consciousness, but he's not gonna believe that I'm on his side anymore.
That's
Doctor, it
fine.
seems like there's some sort of shrapnel that went off in his head. Damn it. Seen this before. You, I need your help over here. And she tries to help the guy. You can activate Fleur if you want for her to try to treat this guy, because he's dying on her.
I would like her to. If once she says that, I'm gonna turn back around to her and say, "I need you to save him only if it's temporary."
Fleur, get a cortical stimulator from the cabinet over there.
And Jaw will come back over the comms and be like, "Mr. Allen, just stay out of their way and let the doctor work. Once he's cognizant, then you can ask him your questions."
Cortical stimulator,
I intend to make him cognizant, Captain.
Let the doctor handle this. And once he is stable, then you can speak with him. And
Your
over
weakness is going to prevent us from learning who's hunting us.
And
So,
all you get back over the comms is, "My weakness tore you apart once. Don't."
That wasn't weakness. That was power. That was solving problems that had to be solved. This is not solving them.
I mean, this isn't distracting at all, says the crewman.
she's gonna activate the stereo field on the operating table, and well as make sure the pressure field is holding, so that way nothing's happening to the Admiral.
Okay.
And then she's gonna move over to the biobed. This
But yeah,
person of interest has now invaded her sick bay.
yeah. Jaw cuts comms and sits back in the couch in her quarters. And just holds her head in her hands like, oh.
So,
I can't move you. Damn it.
I don't even know. Can I even activate two suppressor fields at once? Or pressure fields at once?
I would say it would cost you 1 momentum.
I don't
Or 1
have
threat in
any,
this
'cause
case.
I guess I'll give you a threat, but this pretty much gives me a free root.
Yep.
And is this surgery?
Not yet.
I mean, brain surgery. Taking shrapnel
Um,
out.
Emergency medicine?
Yes.
Take 3 threat.
I'll take it.
You roll 1-0. It's 5.
Difficulty was originally 3, so you gained 3
Oh,
momentum.
Yeah, sorry, the 1-0, yeah. 1-0 I forgot to put on comp 2, but the 1-0, the 19, was a comp that I re-rolled that, so
Okay, fair enough.
the other one would not be. So yeah,
You would do us an incredible service, McNeil, if you would not let him become conscious until I've had a chance to speak with the captain. We may
not out of the
have...
woods yet. Mr. Allen, he's not out of the woods yet. And this is my sick day. I do not take orders from you.
She is not wrong.
Doctor, you are able to stabilize him so he doesn't die on you, but yeah, he ain't waking up anytime soon.
Can I do a reason medicine check to see how long? he will
Sure.
last
Reason
in this state?
medicine difficulty 2.
Is complication range 1?
It's 1 now. Yep.
Xenobiology for a focus.
Yes.
You said 2, right?
Yes.
Take a threat.
Sure.
Spending 2 momentum to roll 4. I'll chance it.
Goddamn.
7.
He stabilized in just with general observation and neural cortex regeneration. He should come back around inside of a week. Maybe sooner if there's a breakthrough on your end, but as it were. But he's fine. He won't die. He just needs rest.
I'll walk over to...
Mr. Allen, your man's not going anywhere for a week.
I'll ignore that and walk over to a compound. Allen to the captain and Jolson.
Jolson here.
He listens well, doesn't he?
Joel is here. Yep. Joel here.
I need to have a conference with y'all too in regards to our now wounded our now wounded mutineer.
Is it urgent? Or can it wait Ada shift?
No, we better hear him out, Jolson. Alright, meet me in my ready room. And she will cut the comms, button back up her uniform, and head back to her ready room.
Sit on the bridge, pinch the bridge of my nose. Okay. Steady she goes home.
Oh, believe me, I would not make the ship any more rocky than Mr. Allen already would.
Before I leave, I'll turn around to Fleer and say, "Thank you, nurse, for trusting me."
I trusted the doctor, not you. Get the hell out of my med bay.
I'll just walk away then.
I'm kind of curious how the security guards outside react.
They point phasers at you and say, "Freeze!"
I would assume that, well...
Oh, they actually do?
Yeah, they actually demand that you stop because they were waiting because the doctor had sent us on an alarm and then instructed the team to apprehend you when you left. So you just left.
You might want to contact the captain.
Just stay there. And one of them looks over to another team further down the hall that are taking cover back here. And they tap at their combat. As they're about to tap on their combat, they get a beep, and then you hear one of them listen, kind of tilt his head a little bit toward the comlink. God damn it. To the comm badge.
Alan is just like fiddling, like just like he's kind of bored, just waiting for something to happen.
Oh, no, alarm's over, guys. Doctor, you all right? They shout through the door.
Everything's fine. She secretly rolls her eyes.
Oh, call them and then get mad at them for doing their job. See how it is? Yeah, they get out of your way, Alan.
She's just mad at the situation in general.
Then I'll head to the captain's ready room,
where she has promptly fixed herself a very hot black coffee and is sitting in her chair just, when will this day end?
So you didn't want me to kill him, right?
No.
Actually, where are we in the crew shift cycle? What part of the day is it?
You're rolling it. You're starting to roll into beta.
Okay.
No, Stefan,
All of
did
our
not
ship.
want you to kill him.
I mean, I could have. He's a robot. No one would have cared, right? Some of the
It would
staff
cause a
look
lot
at
of
him like, what the hell?
Telepathically, she's like, you need to not say those things out loud.
Right. Keep forgetting that. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. The plasma. Loopy. And because the medical staff are busy as hell, they kind of, okay, and they just go back to what they're doing. Muttering among them like, does anyone know who that guy is? The doctor's okay with him. Don't, just leave it. And scene change. So we have in conference.
Oh, I guess we went to the conference room instead of my ready room. That's fine.
Oh, your ready room? Oh, okay. Actually,
Yeah,
let's check in.
It's just 3 people, so...
I'm going to check in. Gearix,
Mm-hmm.
what would you be doing as the engine seems to be fine? There's no other alerts going on.
I guess if engines are in good working order, I would probably report to the bridge.
Okay. So that's where you will be.
If there's nothing else to, really, that if the engines are working fine, the crews are taking care of that, without any issues, then yeah.
You'll basically step onto the bridge. Actually, you'll step onto the bridge roughly when the Jolson, Joel, and Alan are walking into the ready room. You see Selena is there.
Oh,
Oh,
Lieutenant Garrix.
I must have, I guess no one had time to put in a request for a repair team up here.
God damn.
He got all puffy. He saw the console and just went...
So did Selena.
Oh dear. We'll have to take care of this during beta shift at this point.
One of the other people in the room says, "It is beta shift, sir."
Of course it is.
It's not critical damage. Let's make sure the drive and tactical systems are good before we start cleaning up carpet stains.
And dysfunctional consoles, it seems, but I hear you. Seems like this has been an eventful day while I was cooped up in engineering.
The bridge gets quiet all of a sudden when you say that.
Are we still under blue alert?
Well, we're not for at warp.
Yeah, once you go to warp, you can't be.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless Alan's the only person on that deck.
And even then,
it was only if Alan is in engineering, because I believe that's how it's set up, because he set it up to where we have some kind of cold running at warp somehow. I don't know how it worked out.
yeah,
it works out.
I made a little switch thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like you just need you need someone in, you need to evacuate engineering, and you basically have no engineering staff in there. But it's really bad for the heat sinks if you did that.
And considering considering it would be done to maintain maximum warp for as long as you're probably going to, bad idea.
Okay. I just wanted to verify.
Like, we have bukus of heat sinks, though, because I built new and improved ones. We can do it.
Well, yes, but no.
I think you just don't want to let me be alone in engineering.
You're not wrong.
I don't want you alone anywhere, but well, I do. They don't.
How long have we been at warp at this point?
Hour and a half.
Okay. Selena, can you check in on our Alamed fighter? Has there been any change into the course?
We're running sensor sweep now, sir. Wait, are sensors online because of cold running?
Yeah, we took them. Yeah, we're not cold running anymore.
Yeah, we're out of blue alert.
Okay. Then sure, I can do that. Control engineering?
For sensors? No.
Or control science?
Reason science.
Reason science, even better. Thank you.
And is it possible I can assist with this?
You can add a difficulty increase no, not difficulty increase, brain. Complication increase by 1.
All right. I am going to spend 1 momentum for the extra dice, which I assume I'm going to get back.
And
is operation.
The ship helping?
Yes, ship helps via no. Sensor science.
Sensor science.
Spending 2.
And get 1 back by my count. Oh, sorry, 2 back.
All right.
Focus in astrophysics or warp field mechanics.
You've already rolled, eh?
That was the starship.
Yes.
Oh,
it was.
right. What was your focus question again?
Astrophysics or warp field mechanics.
I'll say astrophysics.
Okay.
That brings us to full.
Pivot you. If I say I pivot you around. Going this way now. You're what? No, you're not. And they're following after you.
ETA to intercept, or will they be able to catch us?
At your max warp, they won't be able to catch you.
What warp are they traveling?
Same as you. They're matching speed. They can't, but they just can't. They can't overtake you. All they can do is follow you.
Okay.
Any other ships in the region moving into intercept?
Just them, as far as you can tell.
And we said this is a fighter. Is this like an actual like Peregrine class fighter, or is it more like a small frigate? What's the crew complement of this thing?
It's like a scale 2.
Okay.
So it's about runabout sized.
I don't imagine we'd be able to talk them down.
I don't imagine, and they can actually threaten us that bad.
I'd rather avoid confrontation if possible. But that's the captain's call. Either way,
unfortunately, we already have their attention, so...
Well, once we reach our destination, we can get the cold running. What is our destination again? I've been in engineering a very long time.
There's a
Markov 5.
Yeah, there's a science outpost with medical instruments the doctor needs.
Excellent. All right. I suppose we could go to cold running as soon as we make our destination and hope they can't maintain sensor lock, but that's risky.
We'll deal with that when we get there. We still have 2 days to figure this out, unless they try cutting us off.
We only have a few hours of warp at this speed. I am unaware of the capabilities of their ship.
At max speed, we should still be able to go. It's emergency warp that has a time frame.
I thought we were at emergency warp.
You are. You're past your normal
yeah.
cruising.
Yeah.
You can only stay at it for 12 hours, though, and I think it's going to take us 4 days with the upgraded speed to get there.
Yeah, we're switching in and out. It's a thing that I learned we could do.
I will begin to start looking for systems we can hide in on the off chance we cannot outrun them.
And I'll see if I can. I guess I'll see if we can squeeze any more power out of these engines. Won't be easy, but possible.
Well, because of what Wash did earlier, because he did a wide band during the hunting cat and mouse game you guys were having with the carrier. He's mapped out a few systems where the Victoria could hide out in. It's just a matter of piloting there and getting there quick enough, getting out of warp fast enough, and then quickly impulsing to the hiding spot fast enough before the fighter gets to you.
I don't suppose I could draw on my background as a focus.
No, there's talents for that sort of thing.
There is?
Pretty sure. Well, it's a Trill thing normally, but I imagine there's a talent out there somewhere, because there usually is.
That would be interesting. What I would like to do, and this is why I was asking, given my particular background, which is in Roll20, I would like to determine out of those options the best option to play cat and mouse.
Right now, it's more of the trick here is just a matter of piloting. The places, because the best place would be what's closest, just so it has less time to get to you. But it's still you drop out of warp and very quickly you have to impulse very accurately and kill the engines when you drift in. Mind you, he did the hiding spots without cold running in mind, but still.
Right.
Why don't we just deal with it once we reach our destination?
Yeah, we still have 2 days of travel. We can figure this out tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is assuming they can't overtake us.
They've matched our speed. If they could go faster than us, they would be right now.
In 11 hours, they would be going faster than us.
If they can keep it up as in a ship that size,
that's making a lot of assumptions about their engines that we don't have enough information to go on yet.
I am making no assumption. I'm preparing for every scenario. Carry on.
If there's a change in their vector, or let us know. Otherwise, maintain course and speed, and maintain alert status.
Yellow alert.
Yep.
Happy to do so, Lieutenant.
Yellow alert. Yellow alert. All stations be advised we are at caution status. Shields are up. Please be ready to go to general quarters at order.
Thank you. And now I have to talk Jaw out of not killing anyone.
Enjoy that.
And with that, I go to the ready room.
And as he goes to the ready room, I'll look up. I won't look over to Mr. Garrix, but I will say to him with kind of like a smile, I'm pretty sure I'd be first on that list.
Again, that's a lot of assumption.
I believe these were the 3 people who were meeting.
Yep.
Yo, Jaw walks over to her replicator, coffee hot black.
Replicator not functioning.
Bitch.
Can I look at the replicator and see if I can make it work?
Just glare at it to make it make
I mean,
coffee.
I could do that. If I wanted to, but she's just having a day, so she just sighs, kind of frustrated, and sits in her chair.
Can I do one of those movie like tap it and it works?
Fonzie. Hey.
Sure. We can make it a daring security, difficulty 5.
Do not tempt me.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, I would give him all of the threat, and he'd be over 30. Last time I put a GM over 30 threat, they pulled out an extra couple of the Daredexes on me, so I prepared for that. Okay.
We get over 40 threat. Next thing we know, that all the men develop cloaking technology.
I mean,
So,
Well, then I'll casually look at the replicator and look away with disinterest.
All right, Alan, talk.
I confronted your former chief science officer, and he attempted to issue me commands. He wanted me to defend him. He thought he could control me, and I let him think he could control me. And I noticed he was injured, so I took him to medbay because I felt like I had no other choice, that he might die. And it turns out he tried to commit suicide.
That was
I'm
stopped,
guessing.
though. Correct?
It was at least hindered, if not stopped. And I mean, for the time being, he's convinced that I'm on his side. But due to interference from the medical staff, I may not be able to keep up that ruse. I think I can keep it up if maybe with the use of a holodeck, and if we brought him back to consciousness. I did get some information out of him. He wanted me to deliver him to a special emergency way station and make contact with an Agent Green.
Can we get that emergency way station and on the computer?
I've actually, once he said Agent Green, I kind of start looking with because we have Admiral clearance right now, don't we?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going through Starfleet intelligence records for this person.
I'll give her the exact, so to help in her searches, I'll type in the name of the station and the location he gave me.
As far as the Admiral records that Admiral Trailblazer had... Oh, actually, what I'll do... give me a reason plus security roll, because Alan's helping you out here, difficulty 1.
Can I assist?
You are assisting. You've reduced the difficulty.
Oh, but you don't want me to actually roll because I'd get to the free reason.
You said security?
I feel like the GM is cheating me now. He's learned my ways.
I'm being strategic.
That's fine.
Tactical, more like, but anyway.
Okay, that's fair. Take 1 threat, and
Sure.
I'm spending 2 momentum. I don't know why. I know why I'm spending threat, but I don't know why I'm spending the momentum. 4 successes. That's probably why.
Processing.
If we're unable to find this information, I request that we do not fully observe proper medical procedures when resuscitating him. Once we make it back to the starbase, you will lose all control over questioning him. If we find the answers now, no one can deprive us of that knowledge or the ability to spread that knowledge. But if we get to the starbase before we're able to question him more vigorously, we might lose the ability to get any information in him. I fully expect Starfleet will have some excuse and your captain and crew will walk free.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Allen. But to be fair, I would prefer a medical opinion on resuscitating him. Because, however,
I have no reason to lie to you. He needs at least 5 days, and we'll be at the station in less than 5. So you're going to,
on second
you would
thought,
have to risk his life.
Alan, on second thought, and I hit my comm badge. Jaw to Dr. McNeil.
Yes, Commander.
You know, would it just be easier just to have a senior staff meeting right now?
Including too many more people is going to inhibit our ability to do it. Including
I'm going to need you to wake up our former science officer.
I
understand that.
Captain, do not let her do it until I'm present.
Wait.
We do not want to lose the chance.
I got it. I got this. Although, I do request that you wait until myself and Mr. Allen arrive, because we are going to have to try and wake him in the holodeck. And yeah.
So, let me get this straight. You want me to wake a comatose patient, and I'm going to hit the word comatose here for you, Commander, and for everyone that is present in your ready room. I'm supposing that's where you're communicating from. And
yeah,
he also has a severe brain injury, so any information you're going to attempt to get out of him could potentially be incorrect. And honestly, I highly advise it. That would be putting my patient at risk if I wake him up at that moment, because he will most likely die from a hemorrhage within a half hour. So, if you don't mind, he needs rest despite his allegiance.
I suggest that you follow her advice, Captain. The doctor has a wealth of medical knowledge. I'm sure she understands what she's doing.
Mr. Allen, remind me to talk to Mr. Garrix about your programming. I think your logic processors may be flawed. Doctor, belay my last request. Apparently it's not as serious as I was led to believe. And she is looking sternly like daggers at Alan, even though it does nothing.
I mean, he's looking at you like he's like motioning his head down to finish the conversation. Like, hurry up.
Keep me apprised of his condition, Doctor, please.
Of course, and just so you know, the Admiral's doing just fine.
That's good to know. I have some questions for him as well.
Oh no,
Jaw
he
out.
needs his rest.
I'll give him his rest, Doctor. But he needs to answer some questions. And yeah, she cuts communications.
Captain, I'm sorry, I did not mean to make you appear to have second-guessed yourself, but my understanding of medical professionals is that they are bound to absurd standards to protect patients, and that's not going to let us achieve victory. I want to do this because he's been a threat to the crew, and I don't want threats to the crew.
Well,
And
just
I'm
because
willing
he's
to
a
go-
threat to the crew doesn't mean we need to pull him out of a coma and potentially hemorrhage his brain to death and have just to choke him for information.
He made his decision. He followed people that tried to kill the captain. He will get what is coming to him. I do not want to kill him, but I also do not intend, unless it's the captain's wish, to let him get away with his crime either. I will have the
I do
information
not
he has.
intend to let any of them get away with their crimes.
Then I suggest we continue with our plan, not involving the doctor.
The point being, I am not going to awaken a man out of a coma without a medical opinion.
You were just gonna order her to do it. It was only when she gave you negative feedback that I tried to prevent you from having to order her to. I'm trying to give
what
you
I
a word.
What I found, according to Admiral Trailblazer, he knows where this station is. It is in deep space. I have the coordinates right here, as a matter of fact. Problem with that is, according to the Admiral, you said he mentioned Agent Green?
Yes.
Yeah. Jolson, do you believe in boogeymen?
I would not be much of a science officer if I said I did.
And I spin the console over, showing him the file that I just pulled up. So if you want to copy and paste it to him, you can.
I mean, unless you're hiding it, we're all looking at it, so you could just say who it is.
Well, it just says he's a Section 31 agent.
Okay.
Yeah. So the entire command staff has explaining to do.
Knowing about this station doesn't help us at all. The only way to expose them and the crimes that they have attempted to commit and prevent Starfleet from wiping this under the rug is to get him to confess what he knows. Without a confession from him, everything can be wiped under the rug. Once he's said what he knows, suddenly too many people will know for Starfleet to get rid of this.
Yes, I agree. At the same time,
Is his life valued at more than the truth and possibly the safety of the Federation? Because I did not value his life over yours or the crew's. I did not value any of their lives over yours or the crew's. So if it was my decision, I could not value his life over other crews.
that is where You and I differ, Mr. Allen, because as much as everybody on this ship thinks that I am this gung-ho soldier type, I must admit that, you know, I do have a temper.
Not towards your enemies, it seems.
When they're helpless and dying,
Is a man who knows
I tend
information
to-
that save people's lives helpless? He seems to have power over a lot of people right now.
at the same time, his life is in the hands of our doctor. It makes him pretty helpless.
If I
It's
stuck
called
a
mercy,
phaser,
Mr. Allen.
if I stuck a phaser in his hand, would it help you make your decision? Because I know if he had one, you would shoot him. You shot me with no questions. You seem to have a very odd sense of honor. A very weakening sense of honor. Fortunately for you, I didn't share that sense of honor when I needed to take back the bridge.
It's called mercy, Mr. Allen. You can still show force and keep your opponent alive and in decent health after the fact.
I'd like to see you attempt that when an admiral wipes this under the rug.
She just kind of shrugs and says, sadly, that's the way some things work. However, I don't intend to keep quiet about it. So there will be somebody pushing for it. The Admiralty can try to sweep it under the rug, but somebody will always know and will always say, and will always say something about it. But
It would be more powerful if you could say something of worth other than you might have discovered a way station in the middle of space. Because right now you don't have anything.
Well, no, but I do have a location that they don't know that I know where it is, meaning I still have an advantage.
And I hope as a lieutenant commander on a ship that might be sent on the far other side of the Federation that you can do something about that in 15 years when you have your own command.
Mr. Allen, I get that you are not a member of Starfleet. I understand that. And, however, I will not have you mock my choice of career, one. And two, my only priority since we found this ship has been trying to save the lives of as many crew of the Sappho as I can. I now have more of that crew. Yes, they are terribly misguided. But I will get these people home.
I trust you will. If there's nothing further, I'll return to the tactical station and make a few adjustments so that we last 10 seconds longer in this coming war with the El Nomad. That your that your captain has helped to ferment. If there's nothing else.
No, Mr. Allen, you're dismissed. Although, Jolson, if you would, please stay.
Aye.
I will leave.
I'm pretty sure I sent you to bed like an hour ago.
Yeah. I made it to my couch. Okay.
What's that old Earth saying? It never rains but snows.
More like a blizzard. So, I mean, do you agree with Mr. Allen? Should we have handled them more swiftly?
I just disagree. We're all Starfleet officers, assuming. And long-term goal, we're all on the same side of protecting the Federation and its and her citizens. Us being at each other's throats kind of defeats that purpose and allows for more unsavory types, like the Alanomid, and gaining unsavory footholds.
Yeah, and Jaw will say one moment and hit her comm badge. Doctor?
Yes, Commander.
Could you do me a favor and check the captain's stasis pod?
I'm a little busy right now, Commander. I'm about to pull her out of the pod and do emergency surgery on her.
Alright. Keep me informed. And she turns back to Jolson.
Understood.
She turns back to Jolson, and you can actually see tears forming underneath her eyes. Alright,
Fitness plus command, difficulty 5.
Fitness and command, difficulty 5, okay.
That's a lot for two.
Composure?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Screw it. Let the captain break down. But I will spend enough momentum for a dice. Yeah, I'll take 3. I mean, I'm not gonna make it. I will break down, but this will be entertaining.
Wait, why waste the momentum?
I want a fighting chance.
Cold. Ice cold.
There we go. And she breaks down.
She not only breaks down, she goes catatonic on Wilson.
Oh, great.
Wait, what?
She slumps in her chair and just goes out, staring into nothingness.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a medicine check.
Reasonable
Sanka.
medicine, difficulty 2.
Sanka, you dead?
Yeah, man. You wanna kiss my egg?
You don't know what's wrong with her. It's the readings don't make any sense.
Oh gods. Top my comm badge. Bridge to sickbay. Sickbay, whoever's not in surgery right now.
Nurse Fleur here, go ahead.
Yeah, Captain just passed out in the ready room. Can you send someone up here to double I'll check her status and possibly just get her to bed?
Doctor, if you don't mind. Or do you want me to just send one of the teams up?
Go.
Okay.
Go.
I'm on my way, Jolson.
Just go.
I'm sorry.
I feel
the bridge
very
crew-
Rue in this moment.
The bridge crew notices that Nurse Fleur and 2 medical staff are rushing across the bridge. Like there's that little. Yeah, I'll show you. I have a map. It's almost like I thought this was gonna be a thing. So you see from Turbolift 1 there, they rush. They come pouring out of there and rush into the ready room.
I look at Garrix and I say, I don't know, it wasn't me.
Like that's good.
I'll just let that be the button on that.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You forgot you had the join talent, didn't you? You could have made a focus for it.
Except that the history, I've never really did medicine.
Doesn't matter.
Does someone want to roll for Fleur?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, I've used it on a con check, and Meter had a 1 con.
Give me a reason plus medicine test, difficulty 2.
Okay. I'll go ahead and spend momentum on that.
Okay.
Holy, what the? Okay.
She has cautious medicine.
Oh, that's right. So, remind me with cautious. Can you reroll just one or all of them?
Just 1.
That really don't help, but okay.
Definitely re-roll a complication.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll the complication.
That's
Still only 1 success.
Nurse Fleur, as far as you can tell, you can't tell what's wrong with her either. She's catatonic, but when you stimulate her and stuff, she isn't responding. Something hurts fine, but she seems to be under high stress. But she's just sitting there. Like this doesn't make any sense. She should be fine, but she's not. Something's wrong.
Yeah, this is more than just
something tells me she's clutching there's a ring she wears around her neck, and something tells me she's clutching it catatonic.
Yeah, this isn't just exhaustion. There's something going on here, but I can't find any neurological reason for it.
I'm kind of figure this is psychological. As well. Can we stimulate her enough to at least get her to her quarters?
I'd prefer not to try to wake her until we know what's going on. Perhaps we should get her to sickbay.
McNeil's gonna kill me.
All right, let's get. Try not. Okay. Be gentle. Try to support her head. Let's get her. Let's get her to sickbay.
And then something happens.
Oh shit.
God, I hope the captain doesn't swallow her tongue.
I mean, you wouldn't swallow it. Joel's body starts spasming for a moment, and as far as you're concerned, and Joel, you've taken 4 stress damage. And the nurse Fleur notices that she's under stress, like her body's straining against something, and she's reacting to something. Like when you start moving her, she starts flailing.
Site?
Yeah, I don't know if it's safe to transport her when she's spasming.
Have they made it onto the bridge?
They haven't gotten out of the ready room yet.
Is there any way we can replicate a
I would have brought a med
gurney?
kit, so yeah. Is there anything I can? Is there
Yeah,
anything
can we get
give
a
her hypo
gurney or something here?
Insight medicine, Fleur. Difficulty 1.
I don't suppose triage medicine would affect this, would it?
No. Yes, Selena, you may.
Okay. That's gonna be okay. So we gain 1 momentum.
We'll assume that you're trying to at least fix the console so it's not dark this whole damn time. Yeah, Fleur, you noticed that the triggering event was physical movement. Even putting her on a gurney, that gesture alone might be enough to cause her to react again. What's not helping is that you don't know what's causing it. You just know that physical movement was a trigger.
Okay. Would this be an appropriate time to use a obtain information spell?
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
One moment for a question.
Okay. Is there anything I can load into a hypo that would abate that just long enough to get her to transport her to sick bay?
Some sort of strong sedative or muscle relaxant of some kind. Now, you're gonna have to dose it high enough that it is gonna put her out, but not like coma out, because you need to overpower her instincts that the instinct level of muscle movement. But you're trying not to like kill her by stop her heart, because that's just gonna cause you a new problem. I mean, stopping her heart would keep her from flailing because she wouldn't be able to move around, but that's a different problem. So yeah, you could do a control with that. You now know you can do a control medicine difficulty 2 task to try to just sedate her into immobility.
Cool. Let's spend one more momentum. Okay, just made it.
And now instead of being kind of that catatonic, like very catatonic, I just got it. Catatonic state.
Oh, I thought you were using that term on purpose this whole time.
No, I just got it. It's just the appropriate word. Anyway, yeah, she's, instead of that frozen, almost half statue catatonicness, she kind of slumps in her chair. She completely slumps and goes limp, and she's just out.
Okay, just check her vitals real quick. Make sure that didn't do more harm.
Yeah, the only thing that did harm was the flailing, because she flailed so hard, muscles strained themselves, and she like smacked her arm against like the desk and stuff. But the injection didn't do anything new, so hooray!
All right, well, we should be safe to move her now, as long as with that dose. This is Nurse Fleur. I need an emergency transport to sick bay.
And there's an order for emergency beam out. Is this going to be... You're going to either need someone in the senior staff to rush down to do the beaming, or you're going to need to activate somebody to do the beaming, because this is going to be somewhat difficult.
Is it entirely necessary that we do an emergency beam? It doesn't sound like she's going to die in 10 minutes.
We can probably carry her with the dose I gave her. It's probably a better idea.
Yeah, let's not be
Look at Lieutenant
Adams
Gads.
at this point.
I mean, if you come out onto the bridge, Alan is sitting there, and I can easily carry her down there.
Fleur would not let you do that.
It's true,
Yeah.
she would.
Okay, yeah, okay, gentlemen, let's get the captain to sick bay.
And with my huge amount of threat spend, we're going to end the scene as some time passes. So, actually, we're going to add somebody new here. It's halfway into beta shift at this point. Where are you, you little jerk? There you are. Boop.
Life forms. Do-do-do-do.
God damn it. So yes. Nurse McNeil. You have been
Demoted to nurse now.
Dr. McNeil. I'm just making sure she's paying attention, that's all. I quit.
I'm surprised you haven't quit already. You've been like neck deep in surgeries for the past 5 days.
Yeah, you're the most overworked person in the ship, and you're not complaining very much at all. So.
Oh, I'm being complained to. No. But yes. Working on You've been working on the captain for the last while, for the last few hours. Physically, to update on that, Jolson, status on Unlimited Fighter, it has broken off at this point. By this point,
Okay. We'll fuss with that later.
okay. You've been working on the physical form of the captain, and actually, I do have the question of: would you have examined Jal at all in those few hours when she got brought in? Because as far as Nurse Fleur is concerned, she has no idea what's wrong with the captain, other than she went catatonic. When we moved her, she flailed. I had to sedate her to even move her.
I would tell Nurse Fleur to begin prepping the or what's her name? That's in currently on the operating table for surgery.
Renard.
And then I would Bernard, yes, thank you. And then do a full medical scan on Joel.
Give me a reason plus medicine test difficulty 2. 1 because you're in med bay.
Xenobiology.
It applies for some reason. Yep.
Take a threat.
Sure, I'll take a threat.
Rerolling that complication.
From what you can tell, Doctor, it's Jean she's showing the symptoms of someone who's in the midst of a mind meld with a dying person or some other strong empathic link.
This is
as an empath, she has no mental defenses, so she's just degrading. She's just going psychically insane until her body just eventually will shut off.
I'm going to inject her with Alkazine, which is a medicine that essentially used immediately on a patient that suffers a neurological damage, like spinal injury. The drug used lessens the effects of the damage, so it should help her on that. They commonly use it also with on mind melts.
Okay.
After like a bad mind melt, and then yeah, I'm gonna inject her with a stimulant because I've done this before, apparently.
Her eyes
hallway,
open.
Like,
Say again.
This happened before in the hallway, like.
Yes, it's very similar.
4 or 5 sessions ago.
Yeah, it's very similar symptoms, but it's a lot more severe this time around. When you hit the stimulant on her, her eyes do open, but she's just staring off into nothingness. The million-year stare.
Jaw, can you hear me? Jaw.
No response.
Empathically, do I sense anything?
Oh God. Hold on.
Oh, not only her, but the Alnomad in the room as well.
When did that take place in relation to Jaw losing her shit?
Like hours. A couple hours ago. It's been hours since Jal went down.
Okay, so no relation. At least temporally.
Waha.
Waha.
McNeil, you empathically link yourself.
No, not link, but
feel.
Trying to feel.
Insight plus medicine, complication 2. Mental grope.
Difficulty?
2.
So complication range 2, difficulty 2?
Correct.
Psychology for a focus?
Yes.
Take a threat. And I'm
I mean-
spending 2 momentum.
Why not, right?
Rerolling a 0.
Ouch.
There's 2.
Empathically, you're getting this. It feels like Jal's psyche is being bombarded, or it is hard linked to a psyche that is degrading, is dying. So it's sort of like the psychic equivalent of a drowning person grabbing someone as they go down. And even if you're a good swimmer, if that person hangs on with both arms and just holds you down, you're gonna drown just as much as they are. And actually, you get the feeling that if you weren't careful, you were going to get pulled into it. Someone empathic is radiating.
I want to scan the captain, or Captain Bernard. And I want to look for any neurological activity.
Reason medicine, difficulty 1. Itchy foot.
Xenobiology.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Take a threat.
I mean, sure, why not? Indeed you are, Jal.
Reroll it.
Indeed you are.
That's 3.
That's what I figured.
So 2 momentum. Yeah, Renard is giving a lot of her brain is degrading quite badly, but the part of her brain that has a strong psychic power is just in full overdrive.
So I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to apply a cortical stimulator to the captain
Okay.
of the Salfo. And then I'm gonna attempt to stabilize her neurological pattern or pathways.
Okay.
What am
I
I?
am 1 moment. You just gave someone else an advantage. Changing scenes. I just have to get there.
So down my momentum.
Down a momentum, yeah. I have the wrong page.
Hold on, let me get a cigarette for this. Alright, I'm good.
Just saw the chat. Well, Ja, I think I screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah, Dominique, I think you did.
It's hard to concentrate. Sorry. I'm sure where this is.
I don't know. I was talking to Jolson a little bit ago.
We're, I'm not gonna make it, Joel. I can't push it out anymore. It's like it's like everything's burning.
Yeah, it's... The doctor's doing everything she can. And Jaw will actually walk closer to Dominique and just, yeah.
As you start moving closer, your whole body feels like someone took a big sledgehammer and smacked you on the top of the head. That's where the 4 stress came in.
Oh.
I would advise no. I wouldn't move if I were you. It's you're still sort of awake right now. You're probably hitting things. Sorry, it's hard to protect you at the same time, but I had to talk to you.
Yeah, what happened?
You have to save the crew. They're still on that station. They're all getting programmed, every one of them. They can't resist. They can't stop them. They can't. And if they get out there, if they go out there, we're all dead.
Okay.
So no, you don't get it. You don't get it. The Federation, as we're speaking right now, the Federation is being eaten apart by nanites. Officers out here are being kidnapped and programmed, and we're just a bunch of time bombs waiting to go off. And if you and that android, she looks genuinely confused for once, didn't stop us, we would have gone back and made things even worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Garrick's had a chance to play with him.
She blinks her eyes and she seems less in pain and kind of seems coming out of a fog a little bit. Oh. Someone's helping me right now. Oh.
Yeah. Well, you know, Karen, she'll do whatever she can. She's always been like that.
I'm sorry. I should have told you what we were doing out here. I should have told you why we were out here in the first place. Oh, and I can't now. Oh, what about I can't remember his name. Damn it. The hell's his name? Not my second officer, but my...
Your XO?
Yes, him. You can ask him. He should be able to help you.
Sorry, Dominique. You really didn't leave me a choice.
Give me fitness plus command. Difficulty 2.
Okay.
Sorry, difficulty 1. Someone's helping you.
Okay. Composure, focus.
Yes.
Thank you, Doc.
Momentum. You feel a wave of... You feel a wave of rage come off of Renard, and it just you just let it blow past you. It doesn't seem to be directed at you. She just kind of radiated it for a second, and
He almost killed me, Dominique.
I know. Sorry, it's hard to control. Oh, damn it! All right. I don't know what you're gonna do then.
I know where the starbase is. seems like our admiral friend that had the ship before us did a little bit more snooping than we gave him credit for, I guess. Oh, believe me, after what they've done to you and the crew, they will pay. I give you my word.
Don't let
They
vengeance
will pay.
overtake you. They'll feed on that, and they'll turn it against you. Like they did us. You need calm.
Luckily, I have a crew that seems to like to keep me calm, so they keep my head clear. Except for the android. The android's a bit tricky.
Meanwhile, McNeil, as you're working away, you're getting a sense that both Jal and Renard are degrading at roughly the same time. You can focus on either saving one or the other, but you can't save both. One, because you have to pull them out of the psychic drowning. But you're only one person, and you can't really help both of them at the same time. And your medical crew is completely flabbergasted. Like this is delving into the psychic medical treatment area, and there's very few people in the room who are qualified to even help you.
So, there's brainwave activity coming from both?
Yes. And it seems synchronized.
Sorry, I'm just thinking real quick.
Yeah, no. For a moment, you see Jal kind of twitch and almost kind of flail a bit, but a couple of nurses very quickly go make sure she's not hitting it. But she then very rapidly, just as soon as she started flailing, she calms right down again.
Yeah, I'm assuming at that point in the little head combo is when I've actually gotten to her and embraced her.
Well, that was you resisting the wave of rage off of her, and your body just
it
kind
was?
of
Okay, never mind then. There will be one more flailing then.
Yeah.
So, I kind of want to do something bold. But, from what I've gathered from Stefan's nanites, they repair his body, correct?
Admiral Trailblazer's nanites. Stefan doesn't use nanites. That's a different thing.
Right, okay, so the Admiral's nanites repair the body.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about taking some of the some blood samples from the Admiral and inject it in both Jal and Bernard. But I'm going to focus on saving Jal.
Well. Just figuring that out on my end now.
Does that mean we get cool little timey-wimey powers too?
I will say, don't even get me started. That will be to take the nanites from Trailblazer and use them on other people, normally would be 2 momentum and 2 threat. However, because you're in med bay and you can very safely take it out of him in a very controlled manner, very safely administer it to other people. It's only going to be 1 momentum and 2 threat if you take it from him. Just because there's a lot of risk putting his nanites into other people.
Right. And if I have to, I will re-engineer his nanites.
That'd be the best thing to do. That would be, I'd say either control or daring engineering for the nanites.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my saved milestones to get a point of determination.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use that point of determination. I am a doctor, not a nano specialist.
Okay.
So I can use my medicine score instead of engineering. And you say control, correct? And difficulty 3. Any complication range? No focus. Take... this to work, so... yeah, 6 threat.
Oh, goodness. 6 threat, okay.
Yeah, I'm rolling 5 dice. That's 3 momentum. Oh, and I have my medal that I'm going to activate. The citation for conspicuous gallantry. I'm rolling 6 challenge dice. So you only get to take 1 threat away.
Okay. Grumble, grumble. Wait, no, I don't add, I take away.
Okay, so I successfully reprogrammed the nanites.
You did indeed. And you also took the extra step of taking it out of the original fluid that normally is in his body, because injecting his alien blood into these people would have been a very bad idea.
Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna need to inject both Jal and the captain with the nanites. Okay.
You can see little bumps crawling against their skin, and then the bumps vanish.
Oh no, the
and then I'm gonna focus on Joel.
Daring medicine difficulty normally be higher, but nanites are helping you, so you're down to difficulty 3.
Okay, and can I spend the 2 minutes for the advantage that it buys me time to potentially save both of them with the nanites?
If you give me all 4 momentum, if you give me all 4, I'll do that.
Alright. Alright, daring medicine difficulty was
3.
Take 3 threat.
Sure.
Emergency medicine or
emergency medicine,
0.
yeah.
Three successes.
Very good. So it seems Jal's mental state is stabilizing, but you can already see the Captain Renard's is starting to. You can hear the warning beeps that her vitals are dropping as you rush over to her.
Okay. And then I'm gonna work on her. else? What am I rolling? I'm
You
not
are
going
rolling.
to inject her, because I didn't do that. I did it to Jaw, but I'm going to inject some alkazine into the captain.
Okay. And I'll even do this. Daring or control medicine.
Doesn't matter, they're the exact same. Count 5. Emergency medicine for a focus.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using a save milestone.
Okay.
Because they're all about healing. Like, literally.
I mean, I guess. What else does a doctor do? Should be flying the ship.
Right.
Selena was pitching in.
Shooting things. That's what doctors are good for.
Take 5 threat.
Sure, I'll take that.
So that's 6.
And end of scene. The doctor very quickly works as the rest of the medical team just kind of stares in utter should we be doing something? It's one of those like you're the only person in the room any idea what's going on other than people are letting you know, oh, their vitals are going down. Like the computer's doing that. You already know that, but they're standing there going, sure, we're here. Bridge crew. Who is on duty in the middle of beta shift right now?
I
And
said
if
I
you-
was going to tactical, so I'm at tactical.
I'm
I would
probably-
still be a con.
I'll probably be in the center chair
Okay,
Until-
everyone.
until Jal wakes up.
You two mere mortals are gonna have to give me a fitness plus command roll difficulty 2. You've been up for a while. You're working into another shift. Alan, you're gonna roll for me fitness plus. It's not the same thing for you though. I'm gonna say it's gonna be fitness science. Basically, just making sure you're and it's difficulty 1.
Okay, it's difficulty 2 for me, right?
Right.
Would I be allowed to use my determination here?
To what value?
On the crew has been working incorrectly. The crew is incapable of working correctly.
If the crew works correctly, the ship works correctly.
Yeah, but I struck that out.
Oh yeah, you should get rid of that old one there because that confused me because that's gone now.
It's still kind of the same. I just added this crew is incapable of working correctly.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
Okay.
If
And go ahead.
I'm trying to figure like figure something out, can I use the ship to help me make calculations to figure out what it is?
Sure. You can get help from the ship.
And do I get in a focus from cybernetics or computers?
Computers.
Just to clarify, was I one of the mere mortals that needed to roll because Genogulins don't sleep?
Your difficulty is reduced to 1.
Okay.
1 threat got to me.
And that's gonna be like computer science?
That sounds right to me. Oh, 2 momentum gotten from Selena.
3.
Oh shit.
3.
I only asked for assistance from the ships so I could get an
Nope,
extra
no way.
reroll, but who needs
5.
that?
5. Because I spent determination.
So you're maxed out at 6.
We have
I can't-
a lot of floating.
So
I
Alan
almost
rolled, Selena rolled, Gyrix.
I can reroll the ship's die. I almost want to do it just to tempt fate. See if I can get that.
And Jolson. Uh-oh. Okay, so 2 of you. Two. Won't be that bad. Be this much. Jolson and Gyrix, you've suffered 2 stress just out of just sheer. You're just tired.
Oh, I
It's
thought you
hard.
said my difficulty was 1 because...
Oh, it is 1. You're right. Never mind.
Cool.
Because sleep isn't
So
your
it is-
issue. It's just alertness. So
But I still
Jolson
take
takes.
2
Say again.
I still take the 2 stress.
Jolson does, yes.
Okay.
And a lot of this roll is just you guys staying on your toes, and even for the non-sleepers in the room, it was more of a making sure you weren't getting lost in
Okay.
other people being tired or the shift being changed around, and just keeping focus on what you're doing. McNeil, they're actually maxed out right now after all that silly rolling.
Yeah. The
Yeah, I
only
didn't spend any momentum.
Well, like all the dice is what I mean. Like there was a lot of.
Yeah.
It's like
I got my 2 net 1s for the year. On the same roll.
And then, wait, no, what am I doing? Yeah, forget it. Yeah. Coming at, as you guys are in one of your lull cycles, you notice an Al-Nomad, the Al-Nomad carrier flying after you and gaining.
Oh, and we do not have the option of maximum warp right now, do we?
Yeah, you're in a lull period where you're letting the engines cool off.
I will throw the switch into... Oh, no, we don't want to do that.
No. Aren't we at warp 7?
Yeah, you're already at warp 7.2.
All right.
Jolson is on the bridge, right, though?
Yep, I'm right here.
Yes. I was
Lieutenant
about to say.
Lieutenant Jolson, we can go... If I go down to the engine room, we can continue to run while it's silent running. That way we do not have to engage them.
ETA till intercept.
Good question.
Minutes.
Minutes. I don't think we've got.
Yeah, Alan, do it.
Okay.
Chance we can drop out of warp.
Well,
What's your trains about?
I will start running to the bridge. You can read
To the
it.
bridge?
I'll say as I'm leaving, if you change your mind, say something.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep running.
Nope, go for it.
Garrick's engine block, prepare to evacuate.
Can we spend some of that? Can we spend some of that momentum to have a system that we could drop out of?
I'm actually gonna spend a couple threats, and you're too far away.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
If this works the way it did last time, we should be able to escape their notice. Might want to plot an alternate course just in case, though.
All right. I will plot the course to the closest system that we could drop.
No, I didn't mean plot a course to a system drop out of warp. I meant change our course so they don't just keep following along our same heading that we're on now. Because we can stay at warp and do cold running with Alan's magic woo-woo.
All right. Wait.
You can you could take a slight detour just so they're not right on your tail as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that course in right now, just out of It's a good question. I don't suppose we could use momentum to have that happen.
Have what happen? Oh, the interslash. No, I spent 2 to make sure you were in you were in wide open spaces.
Okay.
Yeah. There's absolutely no chance. They have us dead to rights. I don't suppose you would like to try diplomacy?
The last time we tried that, the captain wasn't happy. I think Mr. Allen's plan is probably our best course of action at the moment.
Not only that, but we already ran from one rendezvous, and
I doubt they'll let us get. I doubt they'll fall for that ruse twice.
What is reason science difficulty 5?
For what Jolson's asking for. I have an idea, and he just sparked it.
Okay. I am definitely gonna need some dice for this.
I don't suppose there's any way I could assist or the ship.
You can assist, but I'll note that what I've been doing is I've been marking each of you doing one action before they do something.
Okay.
So if you assist them, that's what you're doing, is assisting them.
Yeah, and we need someone to fly the ship.
Yeah, so I'm basically flying the ship.
Okay.
I'm buying dice for threat.
Okay. How many?
We have momentum.
Technically, you only have to spend 1 threat to use bold.
Okay, so I'll spend 1 threat. That'll give me an extra dice, and then can I spend 1 momentum, or is it 2 momentum to get 2 more dice?
It would be.
You're going to want
to get your third die, and then another. Yeah.
You're going to probably want to spend 5 to max it out because it's a difficulty 5.
Yeah.
But I'm already giving 1 threat and to get the bold.
Yeah, but
roll 5 dice because. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm getting down to 5
dice. Yeah, so to get 5 dice, it would be 1 threat and 5 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Any focus?
What focuses do you got?
Communications with Cochrane's Roar, astrophysics, warp field mechanics, quantum mechanics, lead by example, and negotiation.
Quantum.
All right. I guess now would be a good time to use my value. Let's tap determination. Discovery is made by looking at old things in new ways.
I might recommend, since you spent although you might intend this, you spent momentum and threat to get dice, so you couldn't get the auto success at this point. But you could do other things with threat determination, such as immediately creating an advantage, or you can save it to re-roll the dice you're about to roll in the hopes of getting more hits off them.
Okay, I'll save it to get the. Okay, I'll save it and just roll this.
Okay.
Look at that. I don't think we have floating, so it's a difficulty 5, so we're only getting 2 momentum.
Oh, we had floating from before. We had a ton of floating from before.
No, that was you have to use it immediately because it's been we were max before he rolled, so we don't have floating right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because anything past 6, if it's not used that instant, it just the floating just dies and goes away.
All right.
That said, you do have like 3. You can, as your action, you can prep. You can order someone to prep the dish or prep it yourself.
Oh, you mean for the heat ray?
Yeah.
Don't we already have that advantage created though? Oh yeah, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'll get op staff on that.
Give me presence command. Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1.
Yeah.
I am just going to spend the 1 threat to try to rebuild that momentum.
Sure. I'm not complaining.
Well, would you look at that? Now we have extra momentum, so can I also have the course plotted in with that extra momentum?
Sure. All right.
Do we have any more after that?
Something's going to happen, but thankfully, something was found. There you go. All right. Now, you guys can tell that before the next time you guys get to do stuff, get to act again. This is sort of pseudo combat. They're kind of taking They're taking a very silly pot shot at you, crazy long shot. But if they hit, it's gonna be bad. That said, it is slow because it takes them a long time to. They're basically all prepping. They're all spending all their turns prepping that one shot and then just firing that one shot, hoping it hits you. Because you're very long. Because this scale wise, you're moving at warp, so you're actually quite far away from each other.
Well, it's obviously not phasers.
Yeah, no. Now, because of what, because Jolson looked for a mass while you're moving at warp, you can't so much. Like, even that's too close. Like, actually, other way around, Aaron. Other way. You can't really get to that mass in time to hide in it or anything like that. But what you theoretically could do, Jolson, what the ship could do, is if it goes like there, what will happen is that at warp speeds, that shot is going to be attracted more to this than to you, basically giving you extra resistance, +4 +4 that's going to roll out. Sorry, 4 challenge dice worth of resistance. My bad. Basically, that's the gravitational pull of the system pulling the shot wide.
Okay, and could we duck around this mass and go to blue alert or on the other side of it as the shot hits? Basically, like, as the shot hits something, we suddenly go, oh, dark, and we're not there anymore.
For some reason, the med bay explodes, killing McNeil.
No, we've all agreed it's black alert.
You don't have
it is black alert.
I hate you all. I hate you all so much.
I hate you too. Ew, let's kill each other.
Yes. So what you can do, next turn of yours, you guys could try to blue alert or black alert, as you may be, and try to just drop out of warp and ban it, and try to use the mass to hide yourself with, or at least help you hide. Put it that way.
We're trying to repurpose it for something cooler. Damn it! Let us do it.
But I don't have the black alert sound effect. So.
Well, it looks like you just failed as a GM. That's all. Just kidding.
Oh, really? Really, eh?
I'm already dying when I hear. No, I'm kidding.
No, someone saved you. They did their job because they're a jerk. I mean, good job. Good job. So, and I'm gonna have to spend a threat because, good God, this is a silly shot I'm firing. Difficulty is way higher because the distance is silly. So, actually, it's not that bad. But anyway, so I need to do that, that. Boop. Shh.
Let's see some natural 20s.
No, other direction. Natural ones.
No, natural 20s is what we want to see from them.
And then
Yeah.
Okay.
Reverse D&D.
Yeah. Yeah.
and just a little bit more. And that should get me as good a shot as they can possibly fire at this silly distance. And the difficulty, pretty sure, is yes, it would be that. So their difficulty is 4 right off the top to hit you.
Only 4?
You're at extreme range, effectively, and torpedoes can go to long. Bang. And because you found that stellar mass, you get this much resistance on top of whatever you were going to get as a ship. Wait, what? Oh yeah, right.
Jolson, they're firing.
Red alert. Evasive maneuvers.
A little late for that.
McNeil, if you can help me with this one. How do I fix the sheets now? Because I know the sheets have changed. I was about to roll challenge dice manually, but
3. Just add 3 to the...
Add 3?
Yeah. And make sure you have torpedo selected.
Torpedo selected, okay. And I might as well. I'll spend to reroll those fails. And have some piercing on top of that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 before resistance. Right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right.
Yeah, we got cover from that mysterious mass.
Yep, so...
Which we're calling a blue hole, right? Or a black hole?
Comes down, and then the resistance of your ship might save you the rest of it. I think you're okay.
Resistance of the ship is 4.
Yep.
Yep.
So the torpedo, when it kind of curves away, and the torpedo kind of instead of hitting you directly, it explodes off your starboard, and the shield just kind of shakes, and the shields take the hit. No damage.
Shield's holding.
Back to you guys as a group.
All right, range to our mysterious cover.
Do we want to go into silent running?
I think that would be a good idea.
Not quite yet. I kind of have a stupid idea.
I will note that's a mystery mass. You're moving at warp and you just happen to catch that's a big whatever that is. It has enough gravitational pull. It could be a star, singularity. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
I'm not really particular at this point.
That way.
well, there might be nowhere to hide when we get there if it's just a star.
Yeah, I want to do a slingshot outmaneuver, and when we're on the far side, we go dark, and if at all possible, we fire a couple torpedo spreads so that way they flash on the far side.
We could use the heat ray for that. If you
Can
just
we
want to make a distraction.
I don't know that we can hit a ship that's moving at warp.
I don't want to hit him. I just want to make 8 flares.
It would be very rare, but yeah. Making the piloting check now. Piloting check.
Oh, wait. No.
I'm assuming it's a con.
We should probably determine the order in which things happen first, because we don't know how GM is handling combat right now.
Well, I mean, the first thing would be you guys are kind of all doing this at the same time. I'm being fuzzy-wuzzy with the time here.
Fair.
Then I have a question I asked you in Discord.
Oh, you did. Sorry. What the? Oh, hey. Thanks, Jolson. I'll put that in later. It takes me a bit of finagling to get that to work.
It's a. I'm not sure 100% on the engine. I wanted to ask that question as a theoretical possibility. Like, even if it's insanely crazy, I'd like to know the answer.
If you spend 2 momentum, I will answer that question.
Yeah, I'll spend that.
1 moment, please.
His reaction there leaves a lot to be desired, Alan.
So, the other time you had that reaction, we found out I was right. So, maybe we entertain Alan's idea. Is that for me? Because if it's for me, I feel like we're about to have some fun.
Just thought I'd hammer that down. Oh, God almighty.
I would like to try.
Oh God, you're the pend of our ship, aren't you?
If it succeeds, we will have not a problem in the world. I'll use a milestone I have 4 normal and 1 spotlight. I assume one of them was for helping with one of the engineering things.
I believe it was, yeah.
Okay. And I can solve problems others cannot.
That's becoming very relevant, yeah.
And I'll buy 4 dice.
Via...
Because I can't buy 5.
Via momentum, I would assume, because he doesn't have bolded or cautious engineering.
No. Can I get assistance from the ship for calculations?
Yeah. It's the same one that Cold Running uses. I forget what that is. That's the wrong group entirely. Try again. I have to look that up. This is why I pinned it so I wouldn't forget where it was. It is assisted by Engines Engineering.
Okay.
I mean, I'll only take the first one. Or the second one, your choice, really.
Well, yeah, I was hoping for ship's computers for technical expertise, but so
Take
it
that.
doesn't really matter.
Eat it.
I mean, he only needs 2 successes now. Which he got. Oh, wait, no. Was it fitness science?
Oh, it was what was it?
Daring Engineering.
Oh, so you subtract 1. So
You're fine.
none of those were changed. Oh, actually, that that's only a that's not a crit. I had focus, but I only have ships, weapon systems, cybernetics, and computers, so I don't know that I would get that.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, so I will use another milestone to re-roll the 0.
Okay.
Because I'm short by 1 at the. That's it.
Still not science, but you're fine.
Oh, it's not. Well,
It was engineering, wasn't
no,
it?
it was no. It's it is during engineering, but my engineering and my science are the same. I am challenged a little bit with the rolls, but it worked out in the end.
Ironically, so are mine.
So we dead.
No, not quite.
DM's clearing the map. I'm not liking this.
I promise we're alive.
Each of you, roll me 1 challenge die, please. Everyone aboard the ship.
Oh shit.
Hey, you didn't say anything about this.
I did tell you everything.
That's cheating.
I said the ship would be damaged. I wasn't wrong.
It should be everybody.
Yep.
And that's the ship's resistance.
You too, Jal. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4 damage. That's the ship's resistance, if that matters at all.
Do we just pull a crazy Ivan out of warp?
It's cooler than that. What's with the red X? I promise he didn't tell me anything about the red X.
Did you just eject the warp core?
No, nothing that crazy.
Ship lost 4 shields. All of a sudden, the whole ship just starts spinning. And the whole world is just a whirl of color and light everywhere across the ship. For a brief moment, all of you are aware of every possible future you could ever possibly have, of every possible past that you've missed out on times you've died, on times you've survived and got to go home, times where you were never out here in the first place, you were a farmer. And then everything just kind of comes to a crashing halt. Those who rolled effects, such as Selena and Girix, you fall on. You both fall over unconscious.
Oh darn.
Damn it.
I'll let you know, Alan. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I really didn't know what was supposed to happen in the first place.
I mean, fair.
Bridge engineering? What the fuck did you just do?
We didn't have a officer at tactical capable of fighting them. And I reversed the direction of the heat transfer system.
What do you mean reverse?
If my calculations are correct, we might be about a light year away from where our last position, and approximately 1 year or so in the past.
Wait, what? I tell the. Oh my god. Okay, hey, I want
would like some, please.
I want a systems and support from. Well, Selena's unconscious at con, so I would just have a relief officer confirm our position.
You're the only conscious person in the room.
Okay, I guess I'm doing it.
So what are you trying to do again? Sorry.
Just confirm our position. Look at the stars. I can see when and where we are.
Give me reason con difficulty 4, assisted by ship's computers con. Sorry, sensors con.
Okay, sensors.
Actually, you can do it from your station. What am I doing? You can do it from over there.
Yeah. Focus in astrophysics.
Yes.
All right. I'll spend a dice for. I'll spend a threat for bolding old science.
Okay.
Focus on astrophysics.
Somehow that applies, yeah.
I'm gonna reroll that one.
Okay.
And assisted by sensors con. Difficulty's 4, so I just hit it.
Yeah. Jolson, you cannot find Galactic Center.
Any ships or structures within range?
You detecting chronotons in empty space.
Fun. I want to look at those chronotons.
And actually, since you made the roll, you're able to parse out that you're sort of in that. You know how when you go to warp, you go into subspace when you do that. You're not actually in actual space anymore. You're in another fold. You've kind of done that, but temporarily. Except you didn't come out. You're kind of stuck in the middle right now.
So we're stuck in yesterday.
Is the conlink still open with the bridge?
Yeah.
Did you find anything, Lieutenant? Can you confirm?
Can I do another scan and this time looking at quantum mechanics and temporal timey-wimey?
You're a science op. Oh no, you're XO right now, aren't you? You can spend a momentum and get a question.
Does Studios play?
It does actually.
Okay, I'll spend a momentum and.
Oh no, Studios gives you a free question.
Yeah.
What's your question again? Sorry.
Specifically the chronotons and where exactly in subspace ace or real space ace are we?
You're kind of everywhere and everywhen.
Okay.
When you can travel across time, space becomes irrelevant.
This is true.
Can I make calculations to see if I can have us pop out at Narendra?
Theoretically, yes.
I want to start those calculations.
I still want a status report.
Oh, the engines seem all fine. Can I check on the engines before I say that?
also crew and hull breaches, injuries, any broken noses.
Jolson, presence engineering, difficulty 2. Setters reports report that there are injuries across the ship. Well, not injuries per se, but like unconscious people all across the ship. There's some minor damage there's some minor shield loss, which can be easily fixed. The engine, oddly, is producing no heat. It's cold. It's ice. It's like turned off. It's almost like it's turned off cold. But engineers are reporting. Well, actually, Alan, if anything, can report to you when he looks at it. The engine's on. It's just not producing heat anymore. The heat's going somewhere else.
Any negative effects I can foresee about us staying in this realm?
Theoretically, who knows? You're in timey-wimey space sort of stuff. This is really beyond current science. But theoretically, you should be okay. It's not lethal. As long as you don't, like, start showering the surrounding space with anti-chronotons, you should be okay.
Oh, God, I need a drink.
Then again, you're not supposed to be able to do this in the first place, but, you know.
Can I make those calculations then to see if I can bring us to Narendra at, I don't know, the same year and date that we were just at a minute ago?
Alan, what the hell did you do?
I told you, I reversed the function of the heatsink.
So we left our heatsink where we were. And
no, we left.
We went through time.
We left our heat signature, and we moved us. It's all very fascinating.
Awesome. If I get talked to by a temporal core, I'm throwing you under the shuttle.
I would remind you I kind of helped us escape them, and I'm going to help us get out. I will spend another milestone on I can solve problems others cannot.
Somehow that's relevant.
This would be one of those problems.
And I'll use threat and momentum to get to that 4th die.
May I assist?
You certainly can.
I would definitely like to assist. Can I throw my own determination in this?
Unfortunately, no.
You can throw your determination. You can spend your determination to immediately create an advantage. 2 threat, thank you.
I'm not sure, or what advantage I can.
Oh, I do.
Give.
Okay. I have one that will help you.
Okay. My determination on burning is sometimes you have to field test an idea. We are pushing the edge of science with our foreheads repeatedly against the bulkhead.
Hey, but we're pushing that science very far.
Physics? What the fuck are those? Laws of physics, they don't exist.
So, what's the advantage going to do?
It's going to help you, whether you make it or not.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
I've got 3, 4. I've got 4 because I get +1 on my reason, so I can use another milestone to re-roll, I think. This will make...
Yeah, as long as you have the determination. And the viable value, which you do, because you didn't lose it yet. He's running out.
I've used 4 milestones tonight. I have 1 left, and it's a spotlight.
Well, you spent your spotlight, didn't you?
No. I haven't spent any of... I've spent before tonight, I've earned 5 normal and 1 spotlight. And I have not spent... I've only spent 1 normal milestone.
Oof.
Before tonight. Alan is perfect. There's nothing to change.
beg to differ, but that's me.
Oh. So right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now we've made it, and we're over by 1. So Jal, if you can generate 1 momentum, we can get rid of that complication.
Yeah, if you roll the ship, you still get the ship's roll.
Do we?
Yeah, what's the ship's rolling?
Sensors con.
Nope. Jal, you're our savior.
You mean Jolson?
Oh, wait.
Why am I getting ship ping?
Well, you
use that for the advantage.
normally you'd answer, but you're unconscious. Jolson's hearing a ping come from your console.
One second.
Okay.
Because we were assisted by the sensors, I can re-roll the 0 that I rolled for the ship.
Reroll the
Or I can
complication,
I'll
actually.
re-roll the complication. Oh shit. Oh, that was the starship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was.
Yep.
Keep it.
No, that
Keep
was
it.
for the starship. The roll was actually for my person, so the stats are different.
No, but just you can do either or, right?
Yeah, because then you'll get the 2
Oh.
momentum and you can cancel it.
Oh, I can do either or. So yeah, I'll do that, and that'll leave us with 1 floating 1 momentum plus whatever Jaw get.
Jolson.
Jolson.
Yes.
Jol is unconscious, flirting with her fiance.
Okay, I answer the con.
Federation vessel. This is the Alcaran time ship University. Please respond.
Jolson, we gotta leave now.
No, that's the Admiral's people.
Yeah, but they're talking to us. We don't want that.
They can help.
This is the USS Victoria, Lieutenant Jolson speaking. Yeah, we kind of screwed it up our timeline. I ain't here.
Just a little bit. Is anyone injured over there? Do you need assistance?
Couple bruised noggins and an unconscious crewmen's all over the place. Still trying to piece things together here.
What did they call them again? Right. What century are you from?
Late 24th.
Can you calculate that? Oh. What? Okay. All right. All right. Don't jump anymore. Not to be insulting, but you don't know what you're doing.
That's kind of why we got lost in the first place. This was a complete technical mishap on our part.
We noticed from your temporal oscillations that you were heading for. Well, you had to actually. Good for you. You got the right place. I assume you're trying to go to what you would designate Narendra Station.
Yes.
Okay. You have the wrong time though. That would cause a temporal paradox and would kill you all. So don't jump, please. We're just gonna give you some adjusted coordinates. I'll move you ahead in time a little bit. What was your last star date before you jumped?
I give him the star date.
All right, so that'd be a bad idea. Calculating. Just give me a moment. I mean, that should work. All right. Sending you some coordinates now. It should get you to Narendra 1 week from your last star date. Does that work for you?
Do we actually have to continue to travel, or will we just arrive at Narendra?
I think. Are you asking out of character?
No.
To clarify. Oh.
How would this look from Narendra station? Would it look like we warped in, or would we just pop into existence? and then have to explain a way out of it.
You will pop into existence, and I would advise you speak with your local temporal police force about your encounter with us. You're not supposed to run into us out here. But you're here, so nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, and we definitely appreciate the assist. Yes, if you can get us at Narendra Station 1 week, eke out.
All right. Here is the coordinates. Enter those into your computer. I can't give you. I am, according to our laws, I'm not allowed to actually walk you through how your ship works because we do know, but we can't actually tell you. But whatever you did, do that again, and make sure it's oscillating at that frequency. Does that make sense to you?
Directions.
Does that make sense to me?
Help us. Directions will help us not fly into a star. I'm sure, or we can limp our way out of here, or if we try again. And
Very well.
I enter the coordinates in the computer, forward them to Alan. And does this make sense to you? Can we?
I mean, based on some quick calculations, do I think I can actually do the opposite of what I did?
Yeah, you basically just do... Well, it's not necessarily so much doing the opposite, you're just doing it again.
Oh yeah, I can do that totally, Lieutenant. No issues.
God damn it, he's lying. But not that you know that.
I mean, he honestly thinks he can do it, though.
I mean, yeah.
Gurix gave him
Would
hubris.
I want you to take 20 minutes, figure out how to do this and what risks we have, and get back to me before or you push the big red button.
Which button is that?
Just take 20 minutes, do some calculations, and get back to me before or we jump again.
Victoria?
Victoria here?
Do you need any other assistance from us, or are you okay?
We're okay, and for now, we're gonna take a little bit to piece ourselves back together before we attempt jumping again. But if you could stay nearby until we complete the jump.
We'll stay wind by. Contact back on same frequency. University out.
I cocked my head at the wind by, but okay. Language is
Makes
weird.
sense. I think I know what they mean, Lieutenant.
Again, I just want to run this by our computers one more last time. I'm assuming the university is a 31st century, somewhat Federation looking thing.
It is an alien craft. It looks like... It kind of looks like the All-Nomad ship, but instead of fading into space, like kind of that sort of greenish black, where it's trying to hide itself, this thing is a brilliant, vibrant silver and blue color that just almost radiates light in space.
So I have no
like it's trying really hard to be sensed.
So I have no reference point to what the hell this is.
Nope.
And I'm just assuming they're friendly.
They seem friendly, Lieutenant.
They're about the same scale as you are.
And you know that the Admiral is Alcaran.
Yeah, but it's debatable whether he's friendly.
That's true.
So I'll make those calculations.
I don't think I have clearance to know of the Temporal Cold War and temporal factions and the 26th and the 31st century.
Beyond the temporal prime directive that's taught to you in the academy, it's not the sort of thing you'd know. It's not that you could try to look it up, but it's not the average officer would just know.
Yeah, I don't have the time nor the space to.
Well, you have the time technically, but you know.
Technically.
If we have the time, we have the space.
Okay,
You do have access to the Admiral's files.
I think we could read files when we get back, though.
Yeah, let's just, take 20 minutes, let's piece the shit back together, and get us out of here.
Okay, I'll do all the calculations that are possible in 20 minutes, which I guess for a computer is a lot.
You are basically building yourself your own advantage. There's difficulty. I will let you roll. Reason science. Difficulty 2.
For a second there, I thought you were going to take that reason away from me. I probably won't spend that momentum because we're going to need it back. Computers?
I'll give it to you.
That's 3.
Okay, so you generated a momentum and you've created an advantage of having done thorough calculations, so the difficulty is now down by 1.
Then I'll radio back up. Lieutenant Jolson, I'm as ready as can be. Kind of ready to see what happens next.
All right. I make a general announcement.
To who?
This is Lieutenant Jolson speaking. We seem to have run an amok in time. But we've escaped the Al-Nomad ship. I'll be attempting to reverse our temporal course and hopefully get us back to Neurja stations. All hands and stand by. And wish us luck. Pretty much.
All right, same dance as before. You know the steps, just one step less difficult.
So, what was that? Let me. So it's a daring engineering difficulty 4, complication 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for that spotlight. So I'll spend my spotlight on I can solve problems others cannot.
Okay.
I found my new I am superior.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's hope this doesn't go bad.
It went bad.
No, because we have 2 momentum, and I've already gotten 2 successes, so we've gotten 1 extra success, and I'll buy away the complication. So we should be at 1 momentum and having succeeded.
And the Victoria swirl is caught up in a swirl of blue silver light, and it seems to warp and wobble there in the clouds and just vanishes. And that is the end of that episode.
There's a primary hall